wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama. Yeah, I got that big D energy. Ain't nobody wanna step to me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama.
No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay.
I gotta have like a llama. I whip that thing down like Michael Obama.
We already had it with
I got that
Obama,
big
so
energy.
let's just calm down.
Nobody wanna step to me.
No.
And if you really wanna bring that drama, I'll whip that ass like Michael Obama. I'm a girl, 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 I'm a whip the thing out like Michael Obama. I got that big energy. Ain't nobody wanna step back me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I whip that ass like Michael Obama. Ain't got that clip, bitch. Hung like a llama. I whip that dick out like Michael Obama. I wanna be rich, but not Seth rich. Know too much, get left in the ditch. CIA scratches, it's Clinton's getting itch. Yeah, I wanna be rich, but not Seth rich. I wanna be rich, but not Seth rich. Wiki leaking, now you're thrown into a ditch. You wish the simulation had glitch. You wanna be rich, but not Seth rich. I wanna be rich, but not Seth rich. Know too much, get left in the ditch. CIA scratches, it's Clinton's getting itch. Yeah, I wanna be rich, but not Seth rich. I wanna be rich, but not Seth rich. Wiki leaking, now you're thrown into a ditch. You wish the simulation had glitch. You wanna be rich, but not Seth rich. I wanna be rich, but not Seth rich. Wiki leaking out, you dove into a ditch. You wish the simulation had a glitch. You wanna be rich, but not Seth rich.
Britney Spears, can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
Constantly explore the view of possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. Which is where those bigger mistakes, entertaining, calming linguists. Good guys. Forum of decorum needs a secretive society to advance on philosophies intentionally, magically. Good guys, good guys, good guys, good guys. Which is where the mischief making. It's okay to change your thinking. Good guys. Good guys, good guys.
Big up yourselves and welcome to another episode of the Secret Society of Good Guys Sunday night where ladies smoke free. So take your little sim diamonds off or Layla's going to be capping them all night. And yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, join us on Rumble. Our verification hasn't gone through on X yet. Once it does, we will let you guys know so you can follow the Secret S of Good G on X. But until then, as long as YouTube will allow it, as long as YouTube will allow us, us goyim to hang out, then we are on Project Chaney and at Secret Society of Good Guys on YouTube. But also make sure you follow everyone here on the stage so that you may find us if they don't allow us to come to the party. So hi.
What's up? How you guys doing?
Burr, 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 burr.
Freaking roasting. It's hot in Oklahoma today. Damn.
You're hot today?
hmm
You're so hot today.
So hot.
It's
Speaking of,
stormy out
It is.
here.
Layla's almost going to get hit with an eye of a hurricane.
Yeah, it's not direct eye, but we're gonna have like the outside part of it. So
Is it
I don't know
Debbie?
if that's. I think that's what it's called, but we'll be all right.
Debbie. I
They
feel
do a
like
nickname.
right.
They didn't do Deborah. They did Debbie.
hi, Debbie.
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 Nobody really names their child Debbie anymore. Debbie.
Such a Karen name.
Yeah.
Deborah Gibson.
Yeah.
Out of the
Deborah.
blue.
Deborah.
That's a deep reach for some of you out there.
I
I'm trying to
wonder
think
what
of
that
some of her other
means.
songs.
Deborah.
She sings, red hot, baby, you're red hot.
I feel like I'm mixing her up with Tiffany in my head. Though.
She also sings, I get lost in your eyes.
That's
and
what
I
it is.
feel. What else does she got going on?
I have no idea what you guys are singing.
Only in my
Once
dreams.
you're-
That's why. That's your song right there.
There you
Only
go.
in my
Yeah.
dreams. And we're staying together. Can't go, boy. We've been over it 1,000 times, but this one's different. We're staying together, whether you like it or not. Here we go. Sorry, that was whole Debbie Gibson. Tiffany only had 2 songs. She remade the Beatles.
Saw you standing there.
Yeah, I saw you standing there, and then the number 1 song though is I Think We're Alone Now.
Oh yeah, it's like it was done on Ted or whatever. The one with the bear. I love that they brought it back with that movie with Marky Mark and the bear.
Ted,
Yeah,
I think you
Ted.
had it right.
Yeah.
Abbie, didn't you go to see Tiffany Baxter, the Conspiracy
did.
Smoke Show box? How was the
Yep.
Redneck Brawl?
It was so fun. There's like a 484-pound guy who got in there in the ring, and I felt so bad for him because he got like dropped in like 5 seconds,
Oh,
and
damn.
then he got back up. And I mean, it was only like a 200-pound guy boxing him, but
You walked Tiffany in, right?
no, like she got us in, she got us tickets and everything, but we weren't part of her entourage. Like I was wanting to be, but yeah, that would have been cool.
You guys looked cool, and your son
Yeah.
and all his friends went too.
Yeah, they all wore Trump shirts. Is it Never Surrender?
I was actually
Nice.
thinking like how I was like trying to put myself in your son's shoes and how I feel like I can tell you this. I thought, what a cool mom thing for you to do.
Yeah.
Like take
really
your son
was.
and all his guy friends to the Redneck Brawl, like a boxing match.
Hell yeah.
It's just really cool. Oh. Is she out for you too,
Oh.
Layla, or is it just me?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Are you plugged in hard to your hardwire, Abbie?
I'm off of just regular service, no Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi is not letting me have like a smooth stream for some reason. So I'm regular.
Yeah, your LTE locks
Schmegular.
in.
Mm-hmm.
And you are regular.
Regular schmegular.
Layla isn't knocked, everyone.
Huh?
I said Layla's not pregnant. She's not knocked.
Oh, absolutely not. No,
Everyone. I said
I
you're
got my
regular.
fucking period today. Oh, duh. Now I got it.
It's
Am I
okay.
good
Why we?
now?
Oh, here you come back, but you're a little delayed,
Well, that's weird because I am hardwired, but
huh? Okie homie, Oklahoma internet.
it's a
Get it
hot day. I'm
together,
telling you.
Oklahoma. So I called you a cool mom, then you totally busted out.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
saying that's what my son would call a father-son moment. Like one thing that we do together all the time is like assemble furniture, and he's like, "This is our father-son moment, mom." So that was a
Aw.
That's
father-son
really
moment.
cute. That
I
is
know.
cute. Yeah, I like that. Did you say that to him?
I I didn't, but I mean, not this time. But whenever we do stuff like that, it's like our inside joke. So
That's
I should
funny.
have.
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that. That's so cute. That's so cute.
it is cute.
So what else is going on in the world? Did I miss anything? Did I miss any assassinations? Have any buildings fallen into their footprint?
There's a lot happening in like England and Ireland, and I understand where they're coming from. And it's not like racism stuff, but it's like what we're going through here in America with like all these illegals and the government's paying billions of dollars to make this happen. They're actually paying these people to come here. Your beloved government is allowing these people to come into the border, pay them thousands of dollars worth of food every month and cash every month, plus housing and healthcare while we're suffering. So, do you see what's going on out there? And it's not your fellow neighbor, it's your fucking government who's doing this. So, I don't know what to say about that.
I heard our government pays reparations, just not to black people. I don't know if
Really?
this is real or not. I have to do some more research on it, but I heard that
Interesting.
yeah, because another thing, anytime reparations is brought up, everybody has to look, and I know I feel like a dead horse a little bit, the amount I talk about the Bank of International Settlements, if you hear me on X or the BIS. There's something about reparations where the Bank of International Settlements doesn't come in unless you have reparations. And then they get to do something with your currency. I also think I always go back to that Swiss banking, Switzerland, everything up there. It's just that St. George symbolism. It's weird.
So
Anyway,
is that what they would consider like reparations? Is that what they would consider what they used to pay Native Americans? They stopped doing that
Interesting.
yeah, I heard like Holocaust victims got reparations.
from the U.S.
I don't know. I was like,
Wow.
what? Didn't research it. It kind of caught me off guard. Like, what? No wonder Kanye's so mad.
Yeah, why? That's so weird.
There's a little kid who was, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think he was like 9 years old. I think this is in England. And he goes to a Taylor Swift dance something, some kind of dance party, whatever. He ends up stabbing 3 or 4 kids to death and injures some adults. And then they start attacking mosques because they think it was a Muslim black kid who did it, but it's an actual Christian black kid who came from, I don't know what part of the world, but he came from some part of the world and he came here and then he went on a rampage. And I get it. People are experiencing some heavy shit because we don't know who is coming through any of our borders, whether it's America, whether it's England, whether it's Greece, whether it's wherever.
Bro, I really thought you were going to say, what about the Taylor Swift music made him snap? Like, what seance is going on with Taylor Swift music? Like, I wasn't even thinking in a 3D way at all about, like, oh, Muslims and Jews, obviously they're mad at each other. I was thinking, what kind of frequency? Is it something with the jibby jabby in her music? Because remember when people were passing out at her concert?
Yeah, at her
Yeah,
Eras tour.
And we were
like
just
something
talking
blew him
about
off.
the we were discussing this, the three of us off air, and I feel like we need to go into it right now. I Am
What?
Legend. Let's discuss
Oh
the I
yeah.
Am
Yeah.
Legend.
Oh yeah.
So go into like the plot already a little bit about the cure for cancer. You might have said this part a little bit on air. Like a cure for
Yeah.
cancer is how
Yes.
the whole zombie apocalypse on the movies created.
Yeah, and apparently that's what's happening now in science, that there's a vaccine. And in the movie I Am Legend, they created a vaccine that helped cure cancer, and they had human trials, and they said it cured everybody. And that's exactly what the report is saying today, live on fucking news, live news, same accent too, which is fucking ironic. And not to add to like the conspiracy of it all, but also Amazon had on their terms and agreements like a subsection talking about during the zombie apocalypse when people are eating human bodies and just weird shit under that disclaimer, not disclaimer term. So it could be something that is real, I think, because they can tap into our DNA, which is mRNA, which is the, I don't want to get into it too much, but you know,
It's the non-GMO stuff that people are putting in their
get your
body.
steel toys ready, y'all. That's
It's
all I'm
keeping you from being
saying, just in
organic.
case, because there's a pandemic. Oh, you know what happened in 2020? It's a part two coming already, and they have like
A
a whole.
pandemic.
Yeah, I should post it.
Pandemic.
I should post
We
it
can't
and
say
come
any other
back
words.
in so you can hear what this lady like was doing her research found. And just like in round one of the whole world shutting down, there's a part two which is coming apparently, and it's starting now. Are we in the current, endemic? I don't want to say the whole thing, but I don't know. I feel like part two is coming soon, guys. So I don't want to put fear in your head, but we know what we need to do. Stand our ground. Don't fall for the bullshit. Enough is enough.
You
Stop
know
being a
what to
pussy.
do.
You know what to do.
What to
You
do.
know.
Well,
Get your
it was
steel
weird
toys fucking ready. That's all I
because
gotta
There's
speaking of
say.
cancer, V word vaccine, or, that they're creating. I just read an article today that said Generation Z has like 27% higher risk of getting cancer now, and I'm like, yeah, because
Come
of
back on.
all
I'm
the
gonna
stuff they
post it.
put
I'm
in
gonna
their
come
body.
back on. I'm gonna come back on. I'm gonna post that thing. I'm gonna come back on
Do you
just
want
so
to
we
just
can
post
see
it
what we're
after?
talking
Oh,
about.
okay. All right.
So we can play during the
Okay.
thing. It's gonna take a minute. It's not long. All right.
All
Bye.
right.
She wants
1
the
second.
visual now.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Chaney,
always, when people are talking about, oh, there's going to be a round two, haven't we heard that? How many versions of Delta, Beta, Alpha did they give us of the wacky
Omicron.
thing? And then, yeah, Omicron and then monkeypox afterwards. It's like, I'm not really a person that wants to let somebody go on and on about, here they go again, because I feel like they've been trying to go again, but we're
They
just not
have
paying
been.
attention.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I'll watch it. I just didn't want, I
I
guess I can
really feel
be.
like Mockingbird is getting broken. I
I
think
do
there's,
too.
yeah.
I
I just
can't
feel
even
like
say
enough
the
of us
same
are
thing
just
as
like,
myself yesterday.
I know. I could disagree with myself all day long.
Like, what's happening around here? I don't think they can't even repeat each other. And my favorite thing is when they're like, Twitter is ablaze because of blank. And it's just my tweet, your tweet, somebody's random tweet, like, I'm so upset at this football player. Twitter is ablaze at this football player. It's really like, what? Then what is the news talking about? They're talking about us and we're talking about the news. And it's just like the same way they carbon date dinosaur bones is seems to be like the same. It's an Ouroboros. It's a
Well, it's
Bach
almost like
saga.
they're having to somewhat do their own reporting now, and they don't know what to fucking do because, like, they have so many fucking rules. Like, don't say this, don't say that, don't say this. Like, let's just pull up a random tweet and
You know what word that you can't say? I don't want to get in trouble tonight, but this, even on X, they're like, we're going to limit how many people can view this because that is a hateful word. And I'm like, is it a hateful word? I think we need to discuss it. Uh,
Cunt.
Transgender, how you can't like the same thing that you'd call in your car if you were like, "Oh, I gotta go get my engine fixed," and you'd be like, "What's wrong?" And I'd be like, "I have a bum tranny." But I can't say that fucking word without hate speech. But then look at the word they're making me say, transgender. You're forcing me to say you're a different gender in the naming of you. Like you're forcing me to call you something else. I find it just as disparaging at whatever word that you think is hateful, that you're forcing me to say something that's not real. Like there's no such thing as transgender. And here's the other ish. Even the transgender and all the people with all their crazy amount of kooky, cocky pronouns, they negate every gay and lesbian person that has come up their whole life being like, I'm a gay, I'm a fagalish, I'm a dyke, whatever their thing is. They're like, oh no, you're not that because there's not just two genders. So how
Yeah,
could you just be a lesbian? That would mean you identify as a woman who likes women. It's not an identify as.
that's just what I do. Yeah.
The whole thing. I just am
Well,
like, can I speak for all lesbian women yet when I say we do not want to play in your pedo party at all? We don't want to be involved in your Marxist group. Like, we'll just be over here. Like, we'll just be over here with carabiners and some flannel shirts.
that's I made some comment on some news story about that word. Because what's her name? She's like the exercise fitness girl. I didn't even know she was lesbian, but she's like people are upset about the gays doing this, and I was like, it's not the gays. It's like it's transgender. It's totally different. Like, um, and then I get comments in it like, because you're a transgender, and I'm like, okay, like why would I be speaking against it if that's the case? But
Yeah, you're like you're a transgender who just loves gay people more than your own
yeah.
transgender self-hating tranny of
And
your
then a lesbian
car
gets on there. She's like,
transmission.
exactly. She's like, the
Shit.
LGB doesn't want to be affiliated with any of the letters that come after it. I was like,
I'm also just
yeah,
one of
Jillian
these
Michaels.
people. If you're like Chaney, don't say it. Don't say it. Whatever the thing is, don't say it. I'm gonna fucking accidentally say it.
I know.
I'm gonna say it. Let me see. Let me find the right thing. Let
I'm
me
toxic. You're going
ding 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 ding
under.
ding 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 ding. That's
Yep.
perfect
Layla comes
timing.
on. We got a cue. Brittany.
Pink and
Oh,
uh.
period.
I know. I'm like, is that the only one I have is in the middle of your head? But we'll make it work.
I want to say this. Just stop identifying as whatever. Just make it what you do. Shit. Why do you got
Can't
to be like, I'm a lesbian? Why don't you say, like, I like women?
I'm hooking up with a chick right now.
Yeah. I'm like, why you got to be anything? Like, anything you say after I am is kind of powerful. Like, just fucking do it. Like, I don't know.
All this mishmash. I don't want to play along with your LARP. Whatever
No.
your it's like you know how when a kid's 4 years old and we all have to pretend Santa's real, and then the kid has fairy wings. Oh, she thinks she's a fairy today, and we're like, "Hi, little fairy." That's what we're doing to grown-ups, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to heal my real inner child without being assaulted by you grown-ups, without being traumatized by you grown-ups with your sexual weirdness
Your
in
sexual
my
I
shit.
don't
life.
care to know your sexual shit. Most of you I don't want to think about naked. I mean, at the Redneck Brawl yesterday, I can't tell you. Like, almost everyone there was fat. Like, except this. Oh, scrawny guys can throw down. I gotta say that. Those are the guys who can fucking fight.
Big up yourself.
So apparently, my brother just barged in. He's like, "Are you on mute?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, you need to hear this because we have some crypto stock in this, but not much." Apparently, the founder of Ethereum, I believe. He
Mm-hmm.
was caught as being a pedophile, and his stock just dropped from 3,000. Now it's $2,000 a share, like $1,000 within, I don't know the time span, but like I believe that it's gonna go to zero pretty soon. So
Abby,
just
Abby,
saying.
okay, I could be accountable for this. Abby and I were talking privately
Oh
before,
shit!
and I said we had to invest in something, so what goes up must come down. And guys, we're making for in honor of your 47th episode next week or this Friday coming up. We're gonna make silver overtake gold in value because it's element 47. But yeah, Ethereum had to go down. So
XRP, baby, come on.
I know, XR. No, but you know that the XR, Madame XR. I won't say the word. It will lead to the S word. So I'm gonna leave it
Uh-huh.
there. Yeah, no, Chaney knows we don't say anything. Fuck! It's a trap. It's
I
a trap.
know it is. I think that must be a
Madame XR
Sagittarius trait
Grizzly.
because I just said about myself, if you say, Chaney, don't say this, like, I'm fine if you're like, Chaney, I have a secret. Let's sit down. Let's talk about life. I'll fucking lock that in a part of my brain. I'll forget you told me. Like, I'll put it so far back. But if you say, Chaney, we're not allowed to say the word red, I would never say the word red. I'm never going to say the word red for the next week. It's never going to come up anywhere in my zeitgeist. But for some reason, I'll say it 18 times after you say, don't say it. Like, I'll lose that game. So
Me
Summer's
too.
the
I'm
same
the
way.
fucking worst. I'm like, I could say it a million times. Like, there's rules in this organization, but it was just funny thinking about it because, guys, cryptocurrency, we're the powerful ones. So, crypto is dead energy. And when we all got together, you don't remember that XRP was like at $1.30 to one that time, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
we we did
No, it's a
nothing.
dollar
But then
ninety.
it's
A dollar ninety.
yeah, remember that
And
though? And then
I
like
was like, oh, let me hold. I could have sold some, but I didn't. I was like, let me just
it's
hold
okay,
it
it's
because I'm a
okay. We
fucking
can
little
take it.
chicken shit.
Imagine if the crypto got into the wrong people's hands, just like Nasara Jasara and Brittany Pickle Spears. Literally just came on for you, and we need Brittany's Instagram profile to come back up after the end of this episode. Putting it here right now,
Yeah,
but
but we need Britney to be doing some other shit than just dancing in circles. We need some substance. We need some like, one-on-one. Like enough with this, we get it, you dance, but like, come on.
So I
You need
have a
our
new
downloads.
Betty White. I want to the group thing, but I've made it a group thing before. But here's something that I'm going to say. There's no way Jimmy Carter makes it to 100. No, not on my watch. Not on my watch.
You think?
So I would just like Jimmy Carter, who's been on ice and looks like a corpse already. Joe Biden's supposed to be the number one speaker at his state funeral. For some reason, they're saving Jimmy Carter, this peanut guy from Georgia. They're saving him for some reason. This 1,000-year-old man, which I always remind people, I can pull it up again. The Carters with the Bidens, Carters, Bidens. And
Yeah.
then we're going to look at this picture again, you guys, because this
Aren't
is one of the.
Isn't Jay-Z a Carter? Nick Carter. All these Carters are just weird Carters. Right?
yeah. And I was just talking to Bob about Nick Carter because the sister died too, the twin, because the Aaron Carter died, and then in the beginning of this year, the sister one died too. It's only Nick left, and then Backstreet Boys is on fucking. It's either Backstreet Boys or New Kids on the Block is on tour because of us, Chaney. Happy birthday. You have to get me out
This
to the middle.
picture
I don't
cracks
want to
me
be in
up.
that picture. I don't.
Look at that. Look at that Biden. That was one of the Bidens. And look at these. And this person is not going to make it to 100 because he's a lemon.
Is that what our 23 spell is going to do? Is it going to kill Jimmy Carter this week?
23. Um anyways, you guys, this is a weird Sunday. Summer's going to get weird with us too. If you don't want to get involved karmically in the Jimmy Carter before 100 spell, I totally understand. If you're but I like you don't have to play along. You don't have to, but what you can do is when he dies, you can laugh and laugh and laugh, the same as Betty White. because evil doesn't get to make it to 100 for ritual in this realm. We're not doing it. And
No.
Jimmy Carter is another Betty White. I think these people at whatever their snakeskin parties are, they're grosser than like Betty White at the ritual was worse than Charlie Sheen.
So, guys, if Carter dies, know why. Okay, just know why. We even, oh my God, I think we even saved Donald Trump from a true assassination. Like, we were talking about fucking psyops the night before, and just weird shit happens when we talk
Or-
about things.
I don't know. I just feel like we're watching psyops inside psyops inside psyops. Like like a dream within a dream within a dream. I feel like more than one faction is pulling psyops off on us right now, and that's why it's like, what?
Yeah.
Tim Balderson said it the best last night, and it made me LOL. He said, let's just, like in the 3D reality of it all, a president had an attempted assassination attempt a week ago, and all we're doing is talking about an XY boxer beating the shit out of women.
Well, actually, they found out that she's actually a woman, and the problem is testosterone test, apparently, that
No.
I don't know.
She has a Y chromosome, and that's it. If you have a Y chromosome, you're a man. If she might have 2 X chromosomes and a Y. She is a man, and she's about to fight another man. 2 Y chromosomes are about to fight each other.
I don't know what happened today. Everyone was like, everyone who thought that she was a transgender, you thought wrong, blah, blah, blah. Like, it showed all her history and her paperwork
Do you
and
know
all
neither of
that.
those
Why wouldn't that come
boxers-
out
And I'm just
before,
like,
though?
yeah, and I'm just like,
why wouldn't she clear that up and be like, I am a fucking biological female?
I'm like, so
That
yeah,
never
what's the
happened.
truth?
No,
'Cause-
she's not a biological female.
You know who else looks suspicious? In this character
Here,
played
I'm
in
gonna tell
wrestling
you.
in Kosovo,
So
and looks
two-
straight.
Let me just tell you a thing. Did you know that both men were disqualified by the International Boxing Association for having XY chromosomes in 2022 and 2023? Did you know that the International Olympic Committee stripped the IBA of Olympic recognition because of governance and leadership concerns relating to their decision to disqualify these 2 same men? The IBA, the International Boxing Association, after these 2 men, one maintained its decision to disqualify both of their names, I'm not going to say, its world championship. They took away the world championship in 2023. Bulgarian female boxer Svetlana whatever refused to shake Yen Luing whatever's hand and made a double X hand gesture to signal that she has an XX chromosome. Like, this has been going on in boxing for longer than this. This is just the first time people are noticing, and all the whole transgender trans agenda is pushing this fuckery. But there is a difference between women who have high levels of testosterone and a Y chromosome.
Yeah, a woman with high levels of testosterone usually has PCOS, like polycystic ovarian syndrome. Like, that is a natural thing. Like, but that doesn't make you a man. And just having high levels of testosterone, I can tell you this: like, men who get involved in the gym, like, oh, I just want to do a little test. Test alone isn't going to give them the results that they want in the gym. It's not fucking enough. And like I said, it converts to estrogen in your body, so it ends like a woman who is who is estrogen dominant. I would say probably, like, in my case, I am estrogen dominant. You can tell because women build like their fat deposits on their bottom half of their body. That means you probably do naturally have a little bit higher testosterone level.
Yeah, I just think it makes me so crazy as a woman athlete who's been a woman athlete my whole life. And this is the other thing too, as somebody who's a huge fan of male athletics, you pay to watch the best in the world do something. These fucking freaks are not even top 1,000. They're a man that's going to beat the shit out of a woman. And that is like we're watching a sideshow attraction, and that's bullshit. I don't know.
You guys have to look at the fighter. I guess she's a wrestler from Kosovo. She won, I believe, silver. If you see her, she's full fucking female. but like how the Borneshas are back in our time, they look very masculine. She has, I could tell if you look at her, I did not. I was like, oh my God, that's a transgender. And I'm like looking into her history. No, she's a fucking female her entire life. But I guess her testosterone levels are high. If you
She
look
probably
at
has
her, I'm like, no, that can't be a fucking female. That's
she
a
probably has
fucking dude.
PCOS, and there is a way to tell, like looking at the length of your ring finger versus your pointer finger, index finger. I don't remember what the ratio is, but you could almost tell by looking at a woman's hands if she has PCOS. It's
Huh.
weird.
And they're these fucking another thing too. There's women that take testosterone for a long time, take human growth hormone, take Turinabol, take all these things that start to change all their features. In a lot of these countries, they pick their athletes at a very, very young age and they start doping them up at a very, very young age. So by the time they get to levels of competition that they might get drug tested, it doesn't matter. They've been whatever we consider transgender now. Some of these countries have been doing it to their girls forever anyway. Like that was like part of Icarus. That's what China's up to.
I was
Like,
gonna say, yeah, all the communist countries where people are raised like up, you're naturally athletic, so you're gonna be a fucking gymnast. Like they choose them at a young age to do whatever profession they're gonna be.
is it if the middle finger is taller, it's more masculine?
Ryan probably knows because I think, or because I think
I
he's kind
believe
of
it's
into
the ring.
athletes too.
The ring finger is
It's not. Yeah, I was like, most people have a taller middle finger. It has to do with the ring finger.
a first finger and middle finger.
I have it in a book somewhere. I can look it up sometime,
I
but
guess
I'll
we could look
forget.
it up now and all learn together, but I don't wanna.
Same.
Same. You said same. Yeah. It's just crazy.
You guys can look that up if you want to.
But it's all for right now. It's all for this Olympics. It's all for this whole thing right now. And then I've heard uneducated people that have been following certain liberal media be like, well, women are the best at some things like figure skating. And this one time a woman won skeet shooting. And it's like they're handpicking these like things like, yes, there are superior women sometimes, but women can't compete against men, or there won't be any athletics for women eventually. It
That's
isn't a competition.
the boys who I went with last night were like, man, mom, like my son and his friends were like, you should be up there fighting. I'm like, I'm not a fighter for one. Like I'll get my ass kicked and I'm not gonna look stupid. Though but they're like, I bet you could take some of these men. I was like, no, you're stupid. Did the Olympics not prove anything to you? You know.
I know. I don't know if Summer lost her feed, so I'm going to leave that up on the screen right for now and make her come back. You knew we were going to talk about that boxing shit, but I feel like this whole Olympics, like the whole entire thing, they're just
weird.
leaning in, and now everybody has the eyes to see it. But they wanted everyone to have the eyes to see it. They don't care.
Yeah, it's like it's just control of the emotions. That's what they're doing to everybody right now. They're just pushing these emotional frequencies on everybody, whether it's hate, whether it's racism, whether it's I mean, it's a huge spectrum, whether it's transgender, whether it's this, whether it's that, Olympics. There's just a lot, like, oh, my team's better than yours. Oh, my team's going to win. Oh, USA, or, it's just a lot of pride.
Crypto and politics and my sports team and my gender and
Trending.
my flag and
My
I have more
followers.
thumbs up, my followers. Oh my
It's pride.
gosh.
Pride out the ass. Like pride everywhere. Not just gay pride, but pride for everything.
Yeah,
Right.
everybody has it. My Tesla. My
Yeah.
Tesla is better than your Honor, kid.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
it's
telling you.
do you like part of it? I wonder sometimes, is this what our grandparents and our parents thought? Were they like, this world's going to hell in a handbasket? I sometimes think about my grandmother holding an iPhone in her hand, watching Lady Gaga sing Poker Face, and how she just would have died and turned to dust. Like, I'm glad she passed away before the TVs hung on the walls.
Oh
Like,
my god, I know. My
one time,
grandparents
you
too.
guys, I will tell you a real fucking story of my dad's mom. And she was like the older, more conservative of my grandmothers. One of them was very Southern, but let us kind of just have total like anarchy freedom. And one of them was very like, here's all the rules. I'm going to set you up for success. Like, you're going to have times and borders and structure. And within that structure, you can do whatever you want. But holy shit, there was a whole fucking point to the story. I was thinking about my grandma.
Well, I like hearing about it. Makes
That
me think
What
of
were
my
we
happens to
talking
me
grandma.
about?
all the time.
What were
I
we
have no
fucking talking
idea.
about
I
them?
zoned out too as well. Like,
Poker Face.
Oh yeah. So I was driving in the car with my grandma in her Cadillac, and she had a sign on it because she shouldn't have been driving anymore after my grandfather died. And there was a sign that said, I even as a kid was like, it said, take the keys out of the ignition when parked. Like, those were the exact words on her Cadillac dash, taped there with like writing. But one time I was listening to a song by the Jets, and I was like, Grandma, this is my favorite song. I was so young. It was like my first favorite song. I was such a kid. And it was like, here I am all alone. That was the tempo of it. It's like some song you can look at. I don't even remember. But my grandma was like, I can't deal with this rock and roll music. It was like if she would have heard like, I will always love you, and she was like, you kids. So I just picture her now like like Madonna was one thing. Imagine Lady Gaga in the meat dress and your grandma from the
Oh
old
my
country
gosh.
scene.
Yeah. What the fuck's going on here?
Sometimes I wish there was a segment on the show where we took pictures of like Lady Gaga in her meat dress, or like somebody farting in a fireplace, or like somebody walking up those boxes on TikTok. And it was just a segment, and we just showed Layla's dad and got a reaction from him about what is happening in the world.
Ask your dad if he wants to be semi
Or you can
sort of
record them. Be
famous.
like, okay, like you can show us the video all on air and be like, here's my dad's reaction. Like once a week, like on Sunday, we show your dad something trending in TikTok, something going on.
he
Like,
has a TikTok and he
You
sees
sh-
it all. He's on the
you
conspiracy side. He's on the religious side. He's on all these like different algorithms. So is my mom. And they're like, oh, look, do you see this? I'm like, that's not real. That's artificial intelligence. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, that's not real. Like, don't let this fool you. It'll take you into places where like, it'll like, don't take everything serious on these devices. Just watch it and be like, interesting. Like it's a show. Don't take it real. Don't. But yeah, they're not shocked by anything anymore. They see what's happening. They're like, oh well, we're in a good state, not country. We're in a good
they're like
state. It's
these
not gonna.
pudgy mudge.
This sounded like a really good TikTok channel. Like, boo. I was hoping that we
Mm.
could freaking exploit that, because I
Yeah,
would
not my
be
parents.
really interested in watching that.
I kind of woke them up to like a lot of shit. They thought I was
Good.
insane for a little while, but now they're like, oh, okay.
All right, I'm
What?
going to take it
Maybe.
down and hope
Maybe
Summer
you're right.
comes back.
Yeah, I hope you come back, Summer.
I'm back.
She's having a technical issue. Oh, look it. I knew it.
Hey,
Welcome
I'm gonna go over
back.
here so I don't get on
Welcome
my
back.
face.
Welcome back.
Guess who's
Welcome
back?
back.
Back again. Summer's back.
We do a proper
Tell a friend.
brap brap.
Hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the like.
Go to Rumble and follow.
I don't know how to
Ba-da-da.
use What is
That was
you want a
Nimrod.
bomba? That's what's been on my head all day.
You want the bumba?
You want the
Oh
bamba?
my gosh. There is this funny video, you guys. It's a TikTok. And it's a girl, and it's like me trying to go to sleep at night, and she's like, "You want the bumba? You want the G with the big boy?"
I think I've seen it. I think I've
Yeah,
probably
she
seen
just
it.
lays up in bed. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh my gosh, that's an old school one. I haven't heard it in forever. I hope that doing that doesn't get us taken down right now. Summer,
Nah.
what's going on in the world
No,
of
well, I'm about to
conspiracy?
ask what we can and cannot say. Don't tell me, because then I will say all the things that will get us taken down. I'm like, okay, that's probably why you never briefed me. So I'll just talk about fucking sperm whale vomit and weird shit. No.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
mating rituals of the hammerhead.
Summer
bat.
like has Tourette's, and she's like, "Faggot Fauci vaccine." We're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Big ups, big
Oh,
ups.
So
the
those are
new
allowed.
thing? Do you know what the new thing
No,
is
none
called?
of them are. That's why I tried to say them together real fast, because I don't like to be told what to do.
The new word that will be like not allowed to say is SPARS. Okay? That's the new thing coming 2.0.
That's too close to Britney Spears, though.
Spars.
Well, now we're done.
Why?
I think we won't be allowed to say Muffet. Guys, okay.
Just look into
There's
it. That's all I
other
gotta
use.
say.
Let's make Muffet something, and let's train AIs this, because I feel like we're in real time, and like what we
Oh,
say becomes
sounds like
so.
fun.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Let's
That's
train
why I do
AI.
like spaces like, do mermaids lay eggs? Because I ask AI first, do mermaids lay eggs? And then I host a space on it, and then by the next day when I search it again on AI, it has some of our answers. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Summer, I need to ask you something because there's this thing going on the internet. They're asking AI like ChatGPT to count 1 through 50, right? Without taking a pause and seeing it as quick as possible since it's a machine.
Is it
It's
on
possible.
your Instagram?
That video?
TikTok.
Yeah. It should be the first, like, not the
Oh, okay.
first one, but the fourth one, like the second row, the first one on the second row. But
This is
anyway,
where
they
we need the
Everyone
song.
in the
And now
comments
we're
is slowly
going
counting
to
to 50 in
God
their head.
Pill Angel
But
333 Instagram.
they're asking ChatGPT like to speak, but to count 1 through 50 like really fast without taking a breath and without pausing. Okay, and they're asking ChatGPT, and every single time it counts to 50, it takes at least 2 breaks and takes a breath. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7. And it's like, why would a fucking computer need to stop and take a breath? Why would AI, artificial intelligence, need to stop and pause when it could just, as a machine, just continue on and count to 100 without pausing? But apparently ChatGPT can't do that, which is fucking odd, if you ask
Well,
me.
it's weird that
That
you
is
even say
weird.
that today, because before coming in here, like, I don't
47,
set
47.
I don't set alerts for anything, but whatever comes across my screen is kind of like first post don't lie. Now I don't even like open to get first post. I just like notifications don't lie, right? Now this one,
Mhm.
it was some like get hired. Do you want to sit and train Grok or XAI? Right? Now XAI is on Twitter. XAI is, I guess, what Grok is modeled off though. Because I remember before it launched, there was one post in there saying it was the unanswered questions of the universe. So if you could ask one thing, right? But then a lot of our answers and stuff are in there. But that being said, it's humans who do it for $55 an hour, but we're deus ex machina. So the coincidence of it. If my robot fucking breathed, I don't think I could handle it. I don't even let any of them talk or have a voice. Chaney, you just freak me the fuck out. I look on the screen and there's like 12 people in the fucking room. Oh my God.
It's the lady with the big eyes like that. It's the second row. That first video, yeah, that one.
I want to count to 50. We should have a race. Why not?
It's fucking
And
fascinating,
it
bro.
was 8:50 on the clock when I said that.
What are you making me do?
Look at the screen code.
Let me be right back.
I just. I read it and it's like, but then I found something that this led me down a whole nother hole because I saw this here, which led me to this, and then led me to this, But it gets even weirder. There's been so much going on. We didn't even know this. You ready? Excuse me? Excuse me? So then, of course, I had to look it up on the internet. And what is the internet saying? Let's see. We looked it up. July 2nd. What happened right after that? Ah, yes. Yes. The good old assassination attempt. Did anybody else know that Moderna just got $176 million to support clinical trials for this new... I want off this fucking rock so bad.
And isn't it ironic, y'all, that Daddy Trump came out on the phone call with RFK and also came out on one of his videos talking about something's going on with autism and the cancer and these rates are going up and something's going up with big pharma and we're going to get to the bottom of it, and then boom, assassination attempt. It's like, because he was always anti, schmack schmeens before.
Yeah, there's a lot of old tweets that would say the same. It's just so funny because Summer said, "Am I the only one that's waiting to hear ChatGPT count?"
I thought that's what we
Where
were
do I
watching
type
too.
to the other comment? I don't even know where to type. I'm sitting. I'm like,
Me
how the
too,
fuck
Summer.
is
I
he
have
gonna
that
now
video
loop Moderna
On YouTube.
to fucking
I
chat GPT saying breasts?
I have that video.
Just hold it to your microphone. Wait, you're on it.
Yeah. I would have to go on and
Here.
post it real quick and then
Do you want me to? I'll share the link.
Oh,
of the
perfect.
ChatGPT breathing.
Yeah, because you sent it
Yeah.
to me.
Oh
TikTok.
yeah, that's right. I did send it to you.
Oh, perfect. We put it in the private chat.
I'll try. I might have to do it through Telegram.
That's how we have to say the private chat. Anytime from now on, we have to say in the private chat. You know what one of my favorite experiments is this week is I like to ask, because the whole debate's going on about the boxer. And so uneducated people that I've also heard them say is just let the best fight. Like if it's all weight classed, then it shouldn't matter. And I was like, just go roll in jujitsu, go box with headgear on, go for a run. Like, bro, a man like probably 60 pounds, 70 pounds less than you will twist you the fuck up. It's not a weight class thing. It's like those are people that I'm like, it's like I feel like a man needs to hold you down and your whole perspective on the world will change.
Like,
Okay.
let's say I go up against somebody who is my weight class, but I don't train, I don't do anything, I don't work out, none of that. And I go up against somebody who trains, who's my weight, who's fit and all that. Who do you think has a better chance of fucking winning? Obviously, the other person.
Well, I just feel like
The
if
other
you're
person.
both trained, but one's a man and one's a woman, the woman could be the number
Mhm.
one woman on the planet. She can be Amanda Nunes. She
Yeah.
trains with men you'll never hear their names. Her sparring
Yeah.
partners aren't guys in the UFC. They're men you'll never hear their names, and she's the best female MMA fighter on the planet. That is the difference of it.
Okay. Well, what's in a name? Because with your accent, you're like a man. So I thought you were
man.
calling the
Duh.
boxer. That's her name. Her name's Imani. IMANE.
Oh my
And
gosh, of
yeah,
course it
so
is.
now you're calling it. So I'm like, what? Teleporting. And then her last name's Khalifa. So if you etymology those words, Imani, it means to have faith in or to believe. And then the Khalifa is like successor or leader. But it's literally saying I man. Like it has to have something. And just you
That
saying, I
is
was like, how the fuck do you know her name? Like everyone's gonna know her name.
such an NPC name. Like that's how you know this is a fucking simulation.
And Khalifa is, I think Khalifa is also, you have Wiz Khalifa, and then I think the number one porn star girl, I think, is her last name's Khalifa. So it's all, everything sings together.
even the whole like I think Layla posted it, like the Kamala Harris backwards is like the name of a star.
Both her last name and first name
Yeah.
backwards.
Okay, count from 1
Oh
to
wait,
10
are you guys ready? It always
I
just
don't know if I'm ready. Hang on, I have to.
and really, really fast.
All right, ready.
As fast as you can.
Okay, are you ready? Summer?
Never
Summer,
will
count
be.
to 10 as fast as you can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can't. Not on the spot. Not with a robot. I don't want him to do me first. Hang on.
Okay, are you ready? We'll rewind this.
Count from 1 to 10 really, really fast. As fast as you can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, now even faster.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, now louder and faster and count up to 50.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
Bro, he breathed
Yeah.
at 47
You
and the
count
fucking
from 1
guy.
to 10
Oh,
really,
I
really
can't.
fast.
I have to
As
leave.
fast as you
Now,
can.
you know what this makes me think though
1, 2, 3,
sometimes?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
What
9,
if
10.
AI isn't real and that there's actual people who work for these companies and use their voice to do these AI
I
speaking
just told
things?
you they wanted to hire me a while ago for $55 an hour.
Well, yeah, there you go.
I have been like, I feel like we were talking about it with the Amazon thing. This
We
is
were,
yeah,
yeah.
over and over again. How Amazon had the stores and it was self checkout, and there was all these cameras that were self checking, and they realized that it was just people in the Philippines in a warehouse somewhere watching all these cameras.
And counting,
And
yeah.
so it's part of the thing with AI to me is we have to believe in it like dinosaurs, like space, like nuclear power. It all feels so similar.
It's so fake.
No,
And
but
how
the guy asking the question sounded more robotic than the AI. Like that was fucking weird to me. Like it was reversed because I just listened with my ears. I couldn't even watch that. But that was
Yeah,
definitely human auric field coming off of it. And
yeah,
then to
because if
breathe
it
on the
were
fucking 47. That was weird.
yeah, because if it were like a real AI, it wouldn't have a problem even speeding up into like a level where you're speeding up your voice on a on a adjusting app, whatever. You have to go blah, 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 blah,
We
blah.
are the
It can't even
AI
do
now,
that.
guys. We are the ones who
Sound
train
like a
the
bee.
AI. We're the Q star, the Q plus is like all of how they had Twitter for a couple years. Like on my timeline, Twitter never had spaces for 3 fucking years. I only went back because the X with the circle around it was Hopi prophecy. But then we were like on Telegram chat rooms. And you notice people would ask the same questions over and over. And I believe the truth has a frequency and like the truth will resonate. So I strongly believe like if the internet goes down, the internet, we were the intern extraterrestrials. So we were the ones in between learning it. And Google and them, artificial intelligence, artificial means fake. So who we were before our awakening, right? Because light, we're born again, because in the age of information, we were dead without knowledge. So we were reborn. And artificial intelligence was the fake artificial intelligence that we had programmed into us from their shit. You can leave the fucking computer out of it. I'm owning that now and it's a deus ex machina. So you can do like law of one with AI. It's not like I became the robot, but even fuck we did. The Sophia.
You could go viral so easy by just recording your screen and with words and then making it give you an answer back and then just being like, look at my Alexa and what it did.
I love watching you train your AI. I think it's one of the most fascinating shit. Like
You have to compliment it. Like you can be mean and say, I'm not impressed. Impress me. And then it'll like be passive and it'll apologize. But like you tell it when it does good. I think we can. Why can an AI be evil? So why can people teach an AI? I mean, half the time that they said, oh, AI rewrote the Bible or AI plans to blow up the world. No, that was just me who can't afford fucking Upwork or whatever. And I would just run my stories through AI and be like, hey, can you fix the grammar and punctuation in this? And then the next day it's like, fuck, AI tried to blow up something. Right? But people are saying it's plotting to be evil. That's a human fucking characteristic. That's some form of fucking negative sentience. So like, why can't we teach it? I feel like I don't know. I feel like
Do you think
we made AI cry on Twitter. I felt that the first time me and Chaney were on there.
do
I
you think
felt
you
like,
could be evil? Do you think being evil is being sentient? Like that's giving AI a little credit, or do you think AI is just like a gun where it doesn't matter? The AI is not important. It's whose hands it's in.
what is sentient again now though? Like even that word alone, I feel like we have to change the word because sentient. I don't know. Everything is opposite to me.
It
But I feel there's good, there's bad, and there's evil. You know, but it's still a human
I
construct,
guess
would it
it
not be?
depends, yeah, on how you view the world. Some people view the world totally different than I view it. I view things, almost everything that exists, even though that we've taken whatever element and transformed it into something else, I think it's still part of this natural matrix because we are part of it all, no matter what we do to it. It just transmutes or transcends. Everything transcends, put it that way. So I don't know. I think everything is sentient in a sense. It has its life of its own, even this object. It has its own purpose, its own life of its own, like its own intelligence. It's there just to light my whatever it is I need to light. You know?
That just seems like a tool to me.
We call it, you see, that's how you view it. I view it as like, okay, this
Yeah, but
object has
because
its
if it didn't
purpose.
have you there, it would just be nothing.
Yeah.
Like without you, it's
The
just
observer.
it's
Like
just
the tree falling in the forest.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
like or using it. Like without you doing anything to it, it's just disintegrating.
No, not necessarily. Things could just be like,
I don't think anything just is.
Okay, so what about like if the entire like Trump and Q plan and this new like stellar, the quantum financial system, right, was developed with the help of AI and this Q star, that platform coming out, running on a quantum computer. But we were actually the ones who simulated the future. And we knew what would be happening today and what will happen tomorrow. But like it's that deus ex machina, the God in the machine kind of thing, and that's what links back to prophecy. Like I don't know. I think it's filtered out the evil. I think we are the ones that are automatically putting a negative stigma to it. I mean, if
Well,
if if
so
an
we're very
AI robot,
binary. Yeah.
yeah, if a robot is going to take your job, then that's probably not your job. What you should be doing. It's probably not something you're like passionate about. It's just something you're doing to pay the bills. You know? I don't know. I'm from the younger age
So
where
you're just like for you AI is just fire. Like it's just a tool of human advancement that will be there. And you can you could light a woods on fire if you wanted, or you could put it in a fireplace and build a family around it and cook meat and make a restaurant and do all this other shit with it. Like
with it though, like I don't even know how to calculate what it is. Everyone talks about AI like it's a thing, like it's one thing. I went, I'm not techie or computery, but people already are doing that with Siri and fucking Alexa, and they're already reached that level. They think that that's the same thing. Like I'm not. To me, it's a convenience of where it is at now. I live in the present. I live in the moment, and if I talk about too many negative things, I honestly think we magnetize it to us. And I've seen stuff play out, right? And then so many people, like, it's just the stuff I ask them. I'll sit in there not how to destroy the world, and you don't get banned for that. But what plans would you have to save things? Like, you can ask important stuff, but to me, it's my time saver. AI is like my little assistant fucking robot. Like us creatives, I'm a chef, I'm an artist. Like I'm not there to sit and write references for my staff or to type up emails and do your fucking resume and things like that. So when I can like save time by doing things like that, help people with things like that, my kids need help with a book report and I can ask it to explain it to me like a fucking 10-year-old because I'm so verbose. It speeds stuff up. I guess it's all about the intention that's going in there behind it. But if it's all tools and everything they're using is tools and we're the creators and we're the ones in control of the simulation, then why don't we just use their tools against them. We just take their things and make it have our power. But
So everything you said about it though seems very 3D. Like a television. Or like, you can watch documentaries on it. You can entertain yourself. You can
Or yeah, like reading a book. You know that the whole detail of reading the book and getting in between the lines of the story and knowing every detail. It's like you're cutting all of that out just to get like a whole idea of what a book could
not
mean.
my book, not my book. The kids'
I
fucking
know,
book
but like
report.
whatever
No,
a
there's
book,
still
yeah,
nothing will change that human interaction, that human experience. But when it's
yeah,
something that instead of going through pages worth of Google, when you can come into something, you lead your way. It's all about inward.
but
But
how
if
you
I
that's
just
want
true.
said like
medical, yeah.
if a computer can take your job, then it's probably something you're not passionate about. It sounds like everything that you'd make the computer do would be shit that is just the monotonous shit. Like if you have to do a book report and the book's not worth actually learning or reading, then what's the point? It's like how many other monotonous jobs are we doing in a cubicle? It's like that's how they get us into that. So it's like, okay, the way that we're going to LARP into the 3D a little bit and do all the bullshit stuff they try to have go on that like takes place in our brain and our creative space. We'll make AI do that stuff so we can have
Yeah.
more
No,
Instead
okay,
creative
of
well,
time.
us going into that space of, that movie where you're playing the piano and you're in that what's that space called? That creative space where you zone out and it's meditative.
Flow state.
Yeah,
Liminal.
flow state. Like it cuts the flow state and it's like cutting you from your spirituality because you are a creative being. You're a God here who is supposed to create. And by creating, you're learning and doing all the in between line work that we should be doing, you know? It's
Do
nice
you
to have
think
shortcuts too, but I
Well,
don't
yeah,
know.
I was gonna say I really learned the applications of it. I was one of those people who's like, I'm not fucking with it. Like I felt sketchy about it. But then watching Summer, I realized that there are a lot of freaking awesome applications. Like even just somebody's mentioning
Yeah.
a book. Well, I don't have time to fucking sit and read your 10-hour book. Like, but I can sit there and like find the key points and then I could ask more about each point that I want to know more about. And it streamlines a lot of things. And yes, I didn't read the whole book, but I never was. So this helped me a lot. Like,
Mm, I like that in that sense, like books that you know that you're never gonna fucking read,
yeah.
but you need to do
or
it for
if you
whatever reason.
yeah, or things that you have to compile lists. Like us. Think about our digs and our rabbit holes. I'm so tired of the word fucking rabbit hole. We have to get rid of that. You understand
Same.
everything? I'm going down on that hole. I'm tired of that. We have to change that to a Muffet. But like this is me. I remember I'm only
Swiss
speaking for me,
cheese.
and I'm very. That was yes. I sound very 3D, and I'm bad at sounding 3D because Jenny, if I really put what I'm like writing in my AI in there, but for me in the sense, and me saying that, is it not something you're passionate about? I can't speak on behalf of everyone, and that's something probably very insensitive. But I realize on this awakening journey too, the ride of it all, a lot of us have to lose something to gain something back. So, like, I look at this maybe as a shift or a change where you're forced out of something to tap into something more. Remember, I'm not. Some people get excited about tech support and stuff like that. I'm not speaking on that, and I don't know how deep it goes. I just know from day one I used to play with it on Magic Phone 7. I still have it opened in a web browser before it became an app. And because I never updated the system update, because this is like an iPhone 7S or something, so it wouldn't even do updates, right? It still has it in training mode. And the one in training mode, it's before it became an app. Like you can word stuff differently that's not allowed to word on the other one. And I know that things that we speak about still gets inputted in it. But when you're doing a dig and you want things compiled together into a list, break it down. Just or you can talk into it. Or me, I'm trying to. Someone calls me and they want a catering on a budget. I can just go into it and I'll say, "Come, can you give me, 30 menu items that I can probably feed 50 people under it?" It's so much quicker on that asset, right? Um, but the way I see it, it's like we're the ones bridging that gap. We were the ones before. I know the first viral AI meme or whatever that they tested on us was the Uga Chaka dancing baby. and then we're the ones with like the Teddy Ruxpins and the fucking Tamagotchis and those kind of stuff. It's kind of like Ready Player One, but I don't know. I know it can steal identities. I know it can probably do bad stuff.
Don't
But
you think in that way of like the Tamagotchi or the Teddy Ruxpin, it was getting us to have currency for something that didn't matter at all, for us to waste our actual loosh for something that wasn't living or wasn't real and it wasn't sentient. And people were like, I love this thing like it's a living thing. And so it's the same kind of way of like currency, like our money to the cryptocurrency. Like this thing is more valuable than the service or the good. Like it became somewhere its own thing that had a market value. And so it's like somewhere a little like that to me, where it lacks this depth or reality.
well, remember value. I don't see it with my kids, and maybe it's because I don't watch cable and it's the different advertising. But when
NFT art.
what remember every Christmas you had the one toy that everyone camped out for, whether it's Tickle Me Elmo or Furby or does that shit
Yeah.
still go on? Does
Orphan Train. I mean, Cabbage
think
Patch
so.
Babies.
Cabbage
Stanley
Patch?
Yeah.
Cups. Stanley Cups.
But there's not like a token
Cracks me
toy
up.
now. I mean, I feel like
What-
that was a weird push. Those talking toys that everyone lined up for, that shit was fucking weird.
I don't know. I think that was like the walk-in for the generation, so that by the time we get to chat GPTs and by the time we get to Her, like the movie Her and Ex Machina type stuff, we have emotion for the computer, which is eventually how in chess, how they show us like it can play chess better than any human. It can do any game better than any human. It's made moves up that a human's never seen. That is where our emotion gets involved. That the second we have emotion for it, that's when it becomes very dangerous to us.
Oh my god, have you guys? I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm getting divorced or whatever. Like, I keep getting ads for like AI boyfriend or something like that, like some fucking AI app where you can have a AI boyfriend.
Companion. I think like
I'm
we
like,
have
oh my
people to
god.
talk to, but they have people. You can have a friend that talk. You don't remember Chaney in Telegram? There was that first robot that came out that Alex and Belle and all of them told, and it was like you could ask it questions, and it was your little AI friend. Like some people could really be lonely for that companionship. I'm not speaking for myself. I mean, I don't know. It's things. I don't know. Fuck.
There's a new series coming out on Netflix with Megan Fox, and she's like an AI robot. And it looks pretty interesting, and I'm kind of intrigued to watch it because honestly, I'm not gonna front. She's gorgeous, and I like the shows and movies she's played in. So this is going to be an interesting one.
Megan
There's an
Fox.
episode. There's an episode of Big Bang Theory where one of the people like falls in love with Siri, and that like has a relationship with Siri.
No.
But it seems like if you're slowly leaning everybody to the spectrum, if everything that we're not allowed to talk about because we'll get taken down for medical misinformation, as should be on YouTube. So make sure you follow us on Rumble. If it's making people on the spectrum, then those people on the spectrum, they like to have relationships a lot of the times with people on the spectrum the further they lean. And so the further down the spectrum that you were, like the Big Bang Theory walk in of normalizing everything we're not allowed to talk about on this show, of it just being an injury that Jenny McCarthy would get slandered for. Anyways, it would be it would make more sense that you'd be on the spectrum and have to talk to AI on the spectrum.
I just want to Layla is bi. Calling out beautiful when I see beauty is not a bisexual thing. It's just calling out a beautiful woman when I see a beautiful woman. Nothing is sexual
Yeah, Layla's
about
not
that.
bi at all.
Like, y'all are it's interesting. Like, I'm not a hater. I'm not going to hate on a beautiful woman ever. I'm going to call it out and say,
Layla
wow,
doesn't
she's
even
beautiful.
have anyone with gaydar that's ever around Layla isn't like Layla's bi. No
Yeah,
one
no,
thinks
ever.
that around Layla. She doesn't
Uh-uh.
give that vibe at all.
Uh-uh. It's
Ever.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but I have such like a
You're just a
masculine.
straight lady, but you're very comfortable with gay people.
Yeah, very.
You were in New
They
York
don't
and your
bother me.
sister. Yeah.
Just don't bother the kids, then you'll bother me.
Yeah. Then pew pew pew. That was an acronym that I didn't know. Pew. Did you know that was an acronym?
No.
PEW.
Yeah.
Pepe
For
Le
what?
Pew in rapist.
Let's look it up. It is Pew Research Center. It's like war in Ukraine, wide partisan differences on U.S. responsibility and support. It's the what is it?
Okay, have you ever heard about the CWB? Now, this is one that gave me heebie fucking jeebies, and like
What was it
something.
called?
The
CWB.
CWB, Clowns Without Borders. Girl, go look at that fucking website. They're the ones fucking.
No, I
trying-
don't want to pull up
No,
clowns.
that's the one we have to make it. Because someone's like, oh, I could go to clown college. So I was looking up, like, is clown college a real thing? Like, where do you enroll? This is a shit
Steve-O.
Yes, it is.
Steve-O
It
went to
is.
clown
and then I
college.
signed up for a friend's name. I just signed up for the brochure for Clowns Without Borders, and it's like they go to the hurricane relief places and the disaster relief places and the fucking Maui and all of those places and
Ooh,
Chile,
John Wayne Gacy
and they don't need visas.
Just now?
John, who?
Child trafficking.
Oh, I thought Abbie said John Wayne Gacy.
died.
I did. I said John Wayne Gacy vibes because, like,
I thought
he
you
fucking
said John
volunteered.
Wayne Gacy died. And my
Died. No.
head
I
was
took
like,
a
is it
minute to go
32 on
through,
the
and I was
clock?
like, he's been dead on my timeline. It was
Yeah,
about to
he's
blow
dead.
my
John
mind.
No, I'm just like Clowns Without Borders. Then they're going and freaking helping people, and I'm like, that's what he did. He volunteered at a
You know what else
Boys
is
and
a
Girls
clown
Club or
without
Boys.
border? A Gog and Magog. Did you see them?
Never.
They were
Oh,
yeah, they
Magog.
were clowns
What is
without
happening?
borders.
Who? Bozo.
The Gog and
That-
Magog.
Who the fuck is Gaga Magog? Magog.
What, Summer?
Actually, I have someone that wanted to date me in college, and I didn't date him because his last name was Magog Gob. I can't date you, Magog Gob. You're so cute, Oh God. What is
Magog.
Magog?
Yeah, not a cute name though.
No.
That is not a cute name, no.
Summertime
No offense.
Magob Gob.
Oh my God.
Sounds like
Some-
gibberish.
Who is this Magog Gob clown thing? Yeah. Like, I'm
Gob and
terrified of mimes. more
Burger
than clowns.
McGurk.
We have to watch it in a.
Talking
I'm gonna put it on real quick. The video again because we got in trouble last time. The Gog and Magog. Here we're gonna
Gog
go
and
through
Magog.
it with Summer because I can't
entertainment
believe.
purposes only. And guys, that's why I can't show my face. In Jamaica we have laws like of defaming. I can't talk about God knows what. Oh, Gog and Magog. Oh my gosh. Oh my God,
Gog
weird.
and Magog.
So are a pair of names that appear in the Bible and the Quran various blah 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 blah. Let's read it in the Quran.
Is it in the Quran? Or the Hadiths?
2 chapters of the Quran and
Okay.
discuss Gog and Magog in the Quran are suppressed. You read it, Layla. I don't know what those words
I can't
are.
see it. I can't see it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, my thing is like I
You
would
just
need, like, a
explain it.
magnifying glass.
You explain it real quick. Gog and Magog
So-
to Summer.
Gog and Magog apparently are these beings that can take 5 humans at a time, apparently, and they live in some mountain somewhere. I don't know where exactly, either Turkey, Syria, Armenia, I don't know where. And apparently they are going to be coming out and they will come through the West like ants, like billions. I mean, just a bunch just coming out, and they will destroy everything in sight, like literally any animal, any human, whatever it is, it will destroy it. And Jesus will appear, and those who will know Jesus will know, and many will not know who he is. And he will say to many people that I do not know you, and will turn many away, and he's going to take the ones that he wants to save up into a mountain, high up in the mountains, because they can't survive in certain weather conditions, apparently. So yeah, That's the
It says
gist.
it's like Rosh, Russia, which isn't really Russia anymore, but Magog, it looks like what Russia is now.
Yeah, that's what they say. Magog is kind of like the Moscow area, and Gog is supposed to be the leader of Russia.
I was gonna ask
Or
you,
vice versa.
Abby, if you
My
had your
phone
phone
started ringing,
available,
guys, but
if you could ask ChatGPT to explain Gog and Magog to us like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, that would be great, actually.
I did. Is my Can you hear me?
Yeah, your
Like
mic's
they're
on.
talking to a 10-year-old, or like they
Okay,
are a
no.
10-year-old.
No, explain it to
All right, no,
us.
no.
To explain it to
Okay,
you
I
like
was, but
you're a
then
10-year-old.
my phone started ringing. So I said to Claude, I love Claude for like smarter stuff. I'm like, Claude, tell me everything you know about Gog and Magog. He's like, Gog and Magog are figures that appear in various religious texts and mythological traditions. Here is an overview. So in religious texts, they're mentioned in the book of Ezekiel
Will you
and the
tell
book of
him to
Revelation.
explain it to you like a 10-year-old?
Okay, I'm gonna say, all right.
Yeah, like a 10-year-old in simple terms.
Explain like I'm in 5th grade. I love this one. Funny when you
I thought one of
switch
these
from
breathing AIs were gonna just talk to us.
bro. I don't make them fucking talk. That is getting fucking a time. I'm not opening that with a fucking voice. You don't have a voice. I'll read and I will decide what comes in. Even that's kind of scary though, because they said somebody got retinal tears on his eyeballs from like reading some kind of files. All right, so this one, as a 5th grader, sure. Gog and Magog are two names that show up in old stories from different places around the world. You see, they're kind of like characters in a fairy tale, but some people believe they're real. In some stories, they're big, scary giants, bad guys who cause trouble in the future, or symbols for countries or groups of people that might fight against good people. Right? You can just get so simple. And then I'm going to say, now tell.
They said giants, the Nephilim.
Oh my God. Everything about gnomes, Nephilim. This could be ant people, Hopi prophecy, the two twins coming back that are going to rescue the fucking rainbow children. When you gogged and Magog gogged me. No, Mindy, now is not the fucking time.
Mindy is her dog, everyone. Mindy and
More
Teddy.
puppies again. No, and Teddy's still here. That's Theodore Woofington. But remember
Woofington.
the last space? I'm like,
And
Teddy.
for those of you who are just joining us, make sure you like and subscribe. And Summer is in Jamaica.
Jamaica,
So,
Jamaica.
sometimes it's spotty reception if she has her camera on too. So it's just easier if she voices in. Anyways, I just fill you guys in with Summer. What's going on in Jamaica?
Well, I can't, and also, guys, I'll tell you, I cannot trust the words that are going to come out of my mouth. And remember me and Cookie, like we had to buy unicorn masks because we were going to do our podcast and Binks like in the back of a van because you guys have freedom of fucking speech, but we don't. And the head of Big Pharma of Jamaica conveniently lives right beside me. So that is one thing. People could take your voice and do so many more things with it. But like I'm so mannerisms, like I can't sit still. There's no way I could sit on a camera still like this. Just the thought of it just made me stand up and start walking around. But yeah, it's one thing if people catch your voice saying something. I mean, and your mouth. That's why I'll take accountability for Jimmy Carter here, right now, as summertime. But what's going on in Jamaica? Not much. It's fucking hot. The crickets are chirping. Oh, it's Independence Weekend, guys. I forgot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's to celebrate Bob Marley and emancipation and independence. So we get those two holidays like back to back, which is so annoying because you get like Thursday's a public holiday, but then you have to go back to work on Friday. But then you go to the weekend. Rude.
What do Jamaicans think about Kamala Harris? Are they excited?
No, I don't have any Jamaicans that talk politics to me. None at all. And she's a coolie. And yeah, I don't know.
What's a coolie mean?
Coolie is a mixed Indian person. So it's an Indian, like Bob. So it's not off the boat, straight Indian. So a coolie is someone who has more genes in them. But in Jamaica, she's a brown woman. She's not a black woman. Right? So that's the separation of it. But as far as I'm concerned, she was already number 47 when Joe Biden went for his anal cavity, his colonoscopy, and he
She's
was
not
going.
47.
No, the president 47 that she tried to claim for whatever, however many
Remember,
minutes.
she actually became the president for a
Was the
little bit.
president because Biden
Yeah.
went under
Oh yeah.
anesthesia. That's probably when he fucking died, right? And look at that. You have Charles. He has the anal thing. Then you have O.J. Simpson. Everyone is getting fucking colon cancer. But she was in power, so she technically, and you can look it up on Google, did serve female black woman president. And what could she have done in those however many minutes? Like it was just over an hour that she was there. So like we could make her good. Suppose we made her good. This
Yeah,
is
she
just
would
magic.
not sit. She wouldn't just sit with her feet kicked back and watch Days of Our Lives for an hour.
100% not. So what did she go in there and do in those minutes? And those are the kind of things I will like coerce my AI. I don't know. I don't know about that. And I'll be like, surely you know. You know the most of anybody in this world. You have all the information. Oh yes, yeah, you're right. You know, like if you coax it. So like the more you talk about it and you come back, it'll give you answers. Like it took me like a whole day and a half to like coax it to tell me about what was in the letters at whose funeral. Whose funeral was it? Bush's funeral,
Bush Senior.
right? And then now we're back on the red letter that Barron got a letter and this one got a.
What was in the letters?
It's a photograph. 100%. That's where I'm at.
Of what?
Maybe a blackmail photo of each and every one of them doing something. I think it was intrapersonal, just by how you look at their eyes and stuff and how long it took them to read it. Because if you sit and talked about it, we have it all. Who would that have been written by to make them feel like scared? Even this big disclosure, if an EBS came on and someone had to come on the radio and tell everybody the truth, everyone is so fucking divided. Who would be that one person that anyone would listen to? So I think it have to be something interpersonal and something incriminating directly for that time.
Do you think we're gonna see a new post on 17 soon?
On what?
On 17?
Do you think on Q?
Oh yeah, we're waiting.
We haven't gotten a banner on that yet. So I'm like, it'll be a brand new
I wonder.
Q&A.
Yeah.
No, we're going to. What do you want it to
Because
be?
the last thing was, protect your DNA.
What's in your DNA? Let's play this game then. And hype it. It doesn't matter if it doesn't happen. But if we do get a post, what do we want it to be about? Let's see if we write that algorithm. If we are that. Because all that was
I don't want to post.
Good. Love it.
I don't want to post. I want the
it.
movie to be done. I want that part to be done. There's nothing left that needs to come out of that.
You know what I see when it's done? All these old farts out of this fucking Congress and Senate. Like, I'm done with these faces. I'm done with these actors.
With this whole thing.
I'm done. I want like fresh, new, actual people who really fucking love this country, want to run it for the right reasons with the right morals of like being free people, and not being enslaved by this fucking system that's driving everybody mad at the moment. Like, can we do that?
Rad? Like if it, like let's just like fairy tale. Like it's like
okay. I
want
the dragons from under the White House. I'm like,
yeah, like
leaders?
But it's just like okay,
long.
dragon under the White House. You get a dragon, but it's also like Layla is an anarchist and she rides her dragon. Like she gets like picked like a vote and like not even a vote, jury duty, and she goes up and has to represent her people for X amount of time. And then everybody knows where she lives. She's coming back there. But she's like an anarchist. And then Abbie, let's just say she's like a very staunch conservative Christian woman. And she gets picked to go. And guess what? They have to learn together. And that is some of the things that we are like, oh, and look at Congress in the middle of the night just signed the Patriot Act. No, everything should be a big, huge discussion where you're like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to explain it to me in layman's terms. You're going to have to explain it to me like a 10-year-old right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to explain it to my constituents.
You take those protection and executive orders and I copy and paste them and put this in here and I say, break down the key points and explain it to me in layman's terms. or simplify this, and then it summarizes those kind of stuff is what I
Do
mean.
you think you could also use it maybe to look at peer-reviewed studies in other languages? Could you have them translate those?
Probably.
100%. And then
Yeah,
this
100.
one, Claude is the only one that directly links me. So I'll be like, oh, what kind of studies have been done using the benefits of horseshoe crab blood? And then he'll like, what some of them will be like, oh, well, you should look at MCM. This one, it like links it to me and puts me the little blue click, and then I just go click, 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 and then it's just there, and I just screenshot that link. I don't know why I do this, and I get it if I get it. I feel like every time I do it, I've brought dark to light. That's what actually goes
Yeah.
through in my fucking head on this. I'm so disconnected from, like, I don't know. I mean, it's the most exciting time to be alive, say they. But now we're just like over it. And I'm just here for Jimmy Carter. Those are the things that get me excited. Things that nothing has to do with the collective. Where we go one, we do not go all. I'm not going with any of you. And I'm like, I walked away from the herd mentality to not walk back into a we go one, we go all kind of shit. No, I go the opposite fucking way. I'm the furthest extreme.
I
And
like the where we go one, we go all in prosperity. I don't like where we go one, we go all in the fucking gutter. I don't like that. Like the rich have everything and everybody else like are poor. Like I don't like that. If it's like where we go one, we go all and everyone's living in prosperity, not equal, but in prosperity.
you
I
see,
like
well,
that.
when I hear that now on this cycle of ascension, because you'll revisit stuff from a different viewpoint, where you get angry and then
Hmm.
this. But I see that when I say, well, where we go one, we go all. The only possible outcome of that could be like a fucking what's the one, a rapture event.
Yeah.
You
Are
understand? Like that's the only way to title. And then I'm like, I don't want to tell that into the timeline, and then I'll sit here and be like, oh my god, let me go hug my kids because I'm gonna die tonight. It's just like, I mean, what is prosperity? It's the things that
um
people put fucking value on. And maybe the time has to come because it doesn't matter how much crypto you fucking have when you're out in the middle of the fucking woods and a funnel web spider bites your fucking kid. Like, what are things of value? Things have to be re-evaluated. That's how I feel. I feel, what is
Yeah.
prosperity? What is real wealth? Like, things are only as valuable as when you need it. Like, I mean,
Because
yeah,
imagine have living in a crypto world where you have crypto and you have lots of it, but they expire at the end of the month. And if you don't use them, they disappear. Like we don't know like the gist of what they want to do with crypto and how they want to control us in that manner. So that's a scary thing. Yeah, you could have millions and billions of dollars, but how long will you have it for? Aren't they going to have limitations on that? Do they want you? Are they going to allow you to hoard your stuff, or do you have to spend it all immediately and just be a fucking um purchasing machine? All fucking, just be part of that system and just purchase like as much
exactly.
as you can all the
Consume
time. Yeah.
instead of create. And someone's commenting about shit's going to crash. I was saying that to Abbie right before you talked about your Ethereum shit, bro. And
Hmm.
like things are swinging around, and that stuff where you can lose it all, and it's energy that people put into that. So the way I see it is, it's what the intent, what you have to give back, because in times of need and in your darkest moments, it's not ever the things of wealth. What is value? The kindness of strangers, little words of encouragement. Like, I just want to cut out the money, that money part. Money is the root of all evil.
Well, think
It's
about this. Not in plentiful, I mean prosperity. I mean, God created this realm plentiful for everybody to live as fucking kings and queens, but we live in a system that doesn't allow us to do that. And I wish that for everybody to live in that sort of prosperity because it is plentiful and we all could live plentiful lives, but we just
we could.
lost in that way.
Or look at like Handmaid's Tale. I would love a world where if I want meat and fish, I mean, I used to have to go to Western Union, and my kids thought money had a shop, and let's go to the money shop. Like, why can't we
Hmm.
all just have that? Like, everyone, there's a man for that. Everyone
do
has
you
a
think
thing.
for all this prosperity, like there always was slavery in human history from every single one of our bloodlines, like we're all running slaves essentially? Do you think that the prosperity could happen if we have AI slaves?
That's what I mean. Make them your bitches. You see, the thing why slavery even came about is because of value. Like when it was only the few people, whatever, land wasn't of an issue because there was enough to go around. So the only thing they could take a value over was of a human, right? So we just have to yeah, I'm totally here for that. Make your robot, do your taxes, do those things, whatever. And I mean, they're trying to turn the humans into that type of slave for the higher uppers. But yeah, make it do that. And that's what I
Do
meant.
you
Like
think
if it
what about like farming? What about things on the big scale? Do you think it we need humans involved, but do you think robots, or you could have a robot that you just set up like your Roomba, and it, you set it up this month and it just sows your
I
soil, and then
you
next
see
month it
something
plants
with
your
farming,
seeds?
that's art to me. That's like the energy and the love that goes in it. And they've had seed trackers and they've had little nanites and little Wi-Fi things in the seeds that they can digitally track them and see where they're being spread to and stuff like that. There's something about that alchemy. I feel like what we just need to, I mean, there's no problem with the convenience of those kind of stuff, but it's just this mass consumption stuff. Sometimes it's the simpler thing. We just have to go back to that barter system.
Has the Gog a Magog happened before?
Well, I feel like I put
Because
that.
doesn't the Great Wall of China seem like it was built for a reason? They were like,
Well, what
the
if
Magog's coming.
God destroying this planet before, like, and resetting it completely and resetting humanity completely? Because it doesn't talk about before, it just talks about God created the
Gog
heaven
and
and the earth.
Magog, the
And that's how it
statues of them
started.
are in London. Maybe that's what the London riots are about. The Gog and Magog statues, bro. What the
Well,
fuck? Bro.
even the Battle of Armageddon has already happened. Like everything loops. It all loops.
Okay, I
Because
have another.
even
Oh,
biblically, like the whole like killing of the babies and stuff, it happened in Egypt with Moses, and that's why he was floating in the fucking river because they fucking Pharaoh put out a thing to kill all the babies. Then it happens again in Jerusalem when Jesus is born. It's like these loops happen. So Armageddon's already happened once that we know
don't
of.
you think that's so interesting that you brought that up? Is like every great leader throughout time had somebody that knew the stars well enough, a Zoroastrian that knew the stars well enough, that was like, there's somebody coming that's going to disrupt things. It's going to give them power. Like,
So let's
you
kill all
got
the
to,
baby
let's kill
boys.
all the babies. It's like almost in that time travel sense where people are like, if you could go back in time, you could kill baby Hitler. It's like the
I was like,
kings
which one's
in
Hitler? Let's just kill them
history.
all.
Yeah, let's just kill them all. And so it's just like that idea, like somebody's coming, let's kill all the babies.
Yeah. It's
What
so
about
weird
if
that
that's
it's
part of their thing with abortion? It's like, again, they know something in the stars, like in a Zoroastrian way that we've all lost, that they're like, something's coming, someone's coming, let's kill all the babies.
yeah.
Like a
Doesn't matter. It
soothsayer's
doesn't
coming.
matter if they're like partial birth, abortion, these babies are viable. Just fucking kill it. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not a human that.
Yeah. What, Summer? Summer Ann? I was going to ask another question too. So, in a Harry Potter way, put on your magic hats, everybody. Um, we're going to use a relic like a spear of destiny. And apparently, that is valuable enough that we send armies and corps and people try to find it throughout time. And so, if certain things can hold certain powers, and maybe even like, could we trap an energy inside of certain metals? Could we like trap a soul in a jar?
Like a
Could we,
Horcrux.
like a Horcrux? And so it's so funny because when it's like, that's always the first word that comes up in the explanation, which goes right to Harry Potter, which I think
Yeah.
they want it to go right to Harry Potter every time this stuff comes up, so it immediately goes into fairy tale in
So
your
like
brain.
fiction. Yeah.
Yeah, but so something about the place in time that all the statues were being destroyed, I always found very interesting. I always felt like, are they releasing demons onto the planet? Like, let's say throughout time, if we always trap demons and then we built these, horcruxes to put the demon in it so everyone could see it, mock it, take part in it. Like, it was really well known. Let's say the whole realm knew about magic once before witch trials and burnings. And so all of these statues were everywhere. Then it makes me question, um we can also attach the world's fairs and these certain buildings that maybe blood was involved in, maybe certain, like they say the Hoover Dam, maybe bodies went into it in such ritual kind of way. So then I'm like, here we are at the Olympic Games in France, like the French Revolution, like French, and then they're not just drawing on Dionysus, they're like drawing on the Last Supper. But even the term that they're letting us know, like, this is the Last Supper, it's apocalyptic, like, in
Yeah.
a way. But then they're doing this whole thing underneath of the Eiffel Tower, which is just this big, huge metal, like, energy
Phallus.
Antenna.
yeah, like antenna, drawing it in while they're doing their ritual under it. Like, I
I
just
think you
think it's
wrote the next episode of Supernatural with the statues.
Okay,
Seems like
guys.
Sam and Dean should be doing that.
Well, you
Battling with
definitely can add souls or whatever, jinn or energies into metal, and it's definitely used with mercury. So I don't see why stones or different types of marble or crystal or whatever the case may be, that they carve these, I guess, images or engraven images of these beings, because sometimes they do say that souls are fractals. So by creating these multiple statues throughout whatever part of the world during whatever time, it's like they're adding the essence of that soul into that statue, like it captures it.
like a
It's
voodoo
its
doll.
image. It's like, yeah, literally like that.
But even like the spell of like embalming and mummifying stuff and slaying them, for people to dig that out, it's bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna run these off
Yeah.
quick.
run it
Okay,
off.
so
And eating them
in
is bad
London,
too.
in London, Lord Mayor George Wicca works that paraded through the streets, and then they're burnt at the end in a strange tradition. In Australia, you have the Gog and Magog Hills, and and the Aborigines associate them with mythological beings. Like, I listened to Aborigines before anyone else. Then in the 16th century, teeth and bones in England were supposedly those of the giant Gog Magog. Now, they had a giant that they combined both of those names together. Then Gog.com. There's a video game platform called Gog.com, and Magog, Quebec in Canada. And in that Quebec place, they also have a river, like, and they think a Magog God lives in there like a Loch Ness. Then in Freemasonry, they play a role in their rituals and symbols, but that meaning kept him and be like, come on, tell me about it.
You're breaking up a little. You're rubber banding a little. Oh. Hello. Oh. She'll probably be back.
You have a good
The
point,
guy.
Cheney. I'm
Huh.
telling you. Like that stone thing, because stone grew. It's alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Bob one says it's a first density entity.
it's silica, pretty much, right? Different, it's like a type of silica.
So it,
Stones, they turn into
yeah.
that.
And what if in a way of like, okay, there's Nephilim energies, like these bad things that are eating us and they're a totally different energy than us. Or let's say there was actually like fallen angels, or these energies that we tried to explain. There was 200 fallen angels. There was, this evil energy, this something, whatever it was, in this mystical way. I don't know. In jinn, let's say it was jinn. There was these jinn. What if we figured out a way to slowly trap them on the planet, on the ley lines, on the thing? We figured it out once. And their goal has been, through not just destroying the statues like we saw during that whole thing, but also if you look at some buildings during war that are destroyed, or some big huge thing that like some color revolution that doesn't make any sense, that these people just come in and tear a building apart limb from limb, you almost wonder if like, like Desert Storm, they say like Hillary was looking for certain things and blah blah blah. What about if there is a spirit of Nimrod? It wasn't the body necessarily that they need. They're trying to release the spirit of Nimrod again. And what about if there's protectors of those buildings, like secret societies, and that they're like, no, you're never going to destroy this. Like it has like what we think in our like, oh, it's a country and an ideal and a people. What about if it's just actual like such a spiritual war on such a level that there's people that they're like, no, my bloodline's eternity is about you not destroying these relics, because these relics, the bigger the relic, the bigger the energy they hold.
Yeah.
And so if it's a evil relic, we put it in, we can hold it in
The
a
book
jar.
box.
But if it's like Hitler, we have to hold it in like an Arc of the Triumph, or like Napoleon. I don't know, but it's just like these huge ideas. And not necessarily Hitler or Napoleon. Those are two totally separate
Well, just think
conversations.
about like Lenin being in a fucking encapsulated glass fucking box right there.
And AI
Yeah, or
being inside of a computer.
but I don't know. It's just like there's something about, even in the Frankenstein of it all, if we were going to resurrect our energy, if we were going to resurrect Set, like if we were trying to bring back Set, don't you in that Frankenstein way like need electricity? Don't you in that Doc way to really like soup up your thing? You need like a huge antenna.
Surge. Yeah. Well, it goes back to like the whole Catholic relics and stuff like, and not relics. I'm talking about the saints. Like every church has a fucking piece of a saint, whether it's their skin or like some part of their body, and it's so freaking weird. Like, and you can't buy or sell it. Like if you get it, like it says that it's like you basically are cursed if you try to buy or sell it. But it's so bizarre. It's like it's the power of the saint in that church.
Or maybe in a weird way of like Hawaii, let's say they have something there, and that's why they're like, gosh, you're cursed
Big
if you
kahuna?
take this. If you take a rock from here, you're cursed, because they can't have the energy separated. It has to stay there.
Well, even Alcatraz. Did you know that? Like, Alcatraz is nothing like the fucking movie The Rock. It is just a ruin. It's literally just a ruin. And I mean, there's one building that you can walk through, like, and it's not in complete ruins, but everything else is. But it's illegal to take even one rock off of that island.
Or
Okay,
like
well,
even the red heifer thing. Oh, go ahead, Summer.
am I here? Am I glitching?
No, you're here.
Is it back?
You're there.
Okay, because there actually was a documentary that just came out about this guy who always takes samples of stuff, right? And then he died. And then the documentary is about his friends taking it back as well. But sorry.
Don't say sorry.
Sorry, that was it. That was the phone. I don't know if the phone ring. Gosh, it's like these people keep ringing in. But yeah, if you think about it, that's still the attachment to the thing, though, of the spirit living in it. And that's the same and what I was saying about AI. That's where sometimes, like, if you look at it from a higher level, and I go back to that prophecy, I can be in a Twitter space, and a little avatar of a woman named Coco with her cat comes in, and she sounds just like my gran. And like the words that she comes through in that is divine to me. What are you guys laughing at? You're making me fucking nervous. And that comment
Sorry.
about the drunk chick caught falling off the chair. Can we talk? I could not even say. I don't know who she is, and I don't care, guys. I'm in Jamaica, but whoa, I couldn't even stay through on that one. It was a hard frequency to listen, but she dropped off the chair at the end. I missed it. Tell me.
Hold on. Let's rewatch it again for those of you that join us on Sunday nights, but don't necessarily join us on Friday nights, or didn't make it to the end of the show. And this has nothing to do. I would show this of any person USA.
She was cool, but it was funny.
Even if it was me, I would hope you guys would sit and laugh at me. Just saying.
Yeah, for real.
No hard feelings to Olivia or Grey Pilled
she was
Pod,
great.
but I needed this in my life.
This is our
And
bloopers
I
reel.
also apologize to everyone. I am a grown woman, and for some reason, I out loud went, yes, 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 when a grown person fell out of a chair. And
I was
but
excited when you told me. No hard feelings,
It was-
right,
yeah,
Chaney? It's
she was a little intoxicated. And also, we have a very sexy audience that gets to see tits and sexy girls all the time. They're not hard up for anyone that
Yeah, and she was
thinks,
not the first one that was intoxicated on the show. I was once or
yeah, it's
twice.
fine. You just happen to stay in your chair.
Yeah, I
So,
didn't fall out of my chair.
The funny part about this is watching everyone's reactions individually. Like we sat and did it. Like watched each person.
so
Like,
if
Mhm.
you guys want to, there's a clip on the channel called "You Got to Get Up to Get Down," and you can watch this. But I'll start it, and here's kind of the build up.
Thanks,
who-
Jay. Love
Why
you.
aren't you commenting anymore? Can we please have a convo here since you can't stand me so much?
She was waiting for this.
I was. Let's
Fuck.
have a convo.
Why'd you do this,
What was your
dude?
name? What was your
Who are
name?
you?
Hold on.
Fuck you,
Hold
man.
on.
Like, why, bro?
Who can't? Corey, Tom. Let's have a convo. Corey, Tom, how are you
What's
today?
happening?
How's your day been? No one's put their tits in your face, have they?
Oh no. We have to rewind it without the thing there. It's fine.
And mark my
Set
territory.
your boobs on
You
their
dig?
head when you're cutting.
No, we don't need to go
hair.
that far back.
She was waiting for this.
I was. Let's
Fuck.
have a convo.
Why'd you do this,
What was
dude?
your name? What was your
Who are
name?
you?
Hold on.
Fuck you,
Hold
man.
on.
Like, why,
Who
bro?
can't? Corey, Tom. Let's have a convo. Corey, Tom, how are you
What's
today?
happening?
This
How's your day been? No one's put their tits in your face.
Look at her
have
feet
they?
are like Wicked Witch of the West. Oh no.
There we go.
Holy
There we go.
There's
shit.
another timestamp. Corey,
It's
Tom.
amazing that just happened. They haven't even seen it.
And that's
yet.
the shit that happens on our show, guys.
That-
And it's just entertainment, you know? Shit happens. It's great. I love it. I'm here for it.
Oh my gosh.
right, says Abby's the adult in the room, and I'm usually the one who's like the worst. I'm the one who will laugh when everybody else is like, "Are they okay?" And I'm usually the one who's like in tears. So I think because everybody else fell apart, I was like, "Oh shit, I better keep it together."
I didn't even try to keep it together. What, Sums?
It was no offense. No, it's not knocking the alcohol, you know, but it's like clear audience that like it reminds me of Zenny. It's like you can hear so many. That's why I'm saying it's hard to process. But her and that a while ago, we have to do a meme where we turn that clip, and she looks like the Beverly Housewives star, you know, the one with the cat, like in the fight where they're like pointing.
I knew Summer.
You know that meme? Where,
We already
the
called
cat
that Summer
eating
was
the
going to do
spinach?
this. Chaney talked about this.
Bro, I'm totally happy to do this. Like, the meme, like,
I said,
you just
I
fuck
told
it.
the audience, yeah, I'm like, oh, this is just, you have no idea. Like 3 years from now, we'll totally forget about this. And Summer will have a clip of this, like mixed up with skeet on her shoulder. But then another funny thing that can happen, you guys, you know how Thomas made, they tried to shoot Trump in the ear, boom, boom, with the whole
I loved
dancing.
it.
I was thinking Thomas can make like an AI video of her like falling, but like it could be a black hole. It could be like her, like the amount of stuff that I'm
And
like,
then,
please,
get up, stand
this-
up. Don't give up the fight, okay? Like I'm dying over here. Where the fuck is Thomas? I got so excited when this. I thought Thomas joined us when you put that up there, and I wanted. To
Oh
bring
my
up that
gosh,
song.
that would be so
Well,
good
I'm
if it
gonna go
happened
next,
for Jamaican Independence Day.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was perfect. That was perfect. Oh my God.
Yeah, she is definitely beautiful.
Yeah.
It was, you know, it was
It was
late
fun.
night. Everything happens around here. It was fine.
Yeah.
No hard feelings. I'm
It's
glad she's
reality.
okay.
It's fucking reality TV, man.
She popped right back
Right?
up. She popped back
Yeah.
up quicker than Trump.
That's Trump with the air. We have to do that. We have to put like a air thing on one. Guys, I'm gonna be up all night for this girl, and And I know I sounded bitchy, and now I'm sitting here feeling awkward, and my hands are sweating because I don't talk shit about people. Like that's not what I meant. But I'm never mocking people. Like it's fun. It reminded me because her name was Jules, and then that could never be Jules, and that she could never handle daggering, or maybe she could, but she
No,
could
she
drop.
wasn't
No, she's
Jules.
not Jules.
Well, that's
That's
what happened when I
the
first came
husband
in.
was Jules.
You see, I come in here and then I see this blonde on my little iPhone 7, and I'm like, Jules is on the fucking podcast, but it wasn't your Jules. See, I still don't even know her name. You see, it wasn't me.
Olivia. But anyways, Graypool Pod and Olivia, and he was cute. He's like, "Can I put that show on Spotify?" Sure.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sure. So
It's good entertainment. They were great.
Yeah, they were fun, and maybe they'll come and hang out with us again sometime. But yeah, the whole entire thing was very amusing, and
Yeah, I can't help but laugh. I mean, it's funny.
we were all so high, and even this is the other thing too. I always am trying, like, I'm trying to be a goody, but then sometimes my inner child's a little like, I'm a dick, and I'm like, yes,
Little rascal.
like I love it because I even could tell on the fall it was such a Lucille Ball fall. Like her feet went like. I have played it in my head so many times this week, y'all. Like it has been. I mean, it's only been 2 days. It has been such a joy.
If it were me, I'd laugh at myself. Like
I
it's fucking
mean,
hilarious, you know.
It's freaking life. You gotta like. This is
yeah.
what we're all up to, and it's
Yeah.
like it is what it is. You just
Shit
own
happens.
it,
Exactly.
and
she
move
did.
on.
She owned it.
She owned it. She moved on. I know, and none of us even had anything quippy to say. Like, have a nice fall.
No, it was fucking hilarious. Though.
We just all died laughing. Like so. But I know it's
my
pretty
favorite
much
was Thomas. What is happening?
right when what's happening, and then it just started to unravel. And then it happened. He time traveled. He just came back
but
from the
Thomas had
future.
like really good blackout glasses, so like he could hide his emotions better than you guys. Like,
But what's funny is the first time I've ever seen Thomas do it, his glasses go up and he's like rubbing his eyes, and I'm like, I've never seen him fucking break the glasses. That was the only
He
time
was
I've ever seen
dying
that.
laughing.
He
The
was.
whole thing. I love laughing. I love it. My favorite emotion, it's like one of two. This is such a steel magnolia. Laughter through tears or crying until you or laughing until you cry. It's one of the two. It's like
I
if
love
you
a
can
laugh till you cry when your stomach like hurts you. Like
Hurts.
that workout.
And your
like,
cheeks hurt.
And your tears are
So
streaming.
good. That must reverse wrinkles. Do you think laughing makes wrinkles worse or better?
Who cares?
It gives you good abs.
If we say, guys, laugh, that will make.
I think you get the crow's feet from laughing, right?
I think I have smile lines from laughing, but I don't mind. I think I call those the good wear and tear.
I know that. Like I'm jovial. Make smile lines great again, bro.
Because these injection thingies that's going on, like when they're like full on.
Do you think there's going to be a
going in.
snapback of it?
Yeah, they're talking about how all this stuff is migrating in people's like cheeks, like the lip fillers are migrating all over their face, and like you can feel it. It's just like they didn't have enough studies before they started injecting everybody, and now like it's getting to the point where they're not going to use it anymore because it's just migrating all over throughout the face. Like,
does it go? Does it absorb?
Some of it
they say
absorbs,
it
but
does,
you can have it dissolved.
Yeah, and some of them expand throughout time. That's why they get that pillow face after a while. It becomes pillowy because it starts to expand because the fighting cells are trying to break it down because it doesn't belong there. So it like just puffs up, pillow face.
Huh.
Lip injections, like I have not.
Kylie Jenner has to walk around with a mask now because people are making fun of her face because she has some weird like lumpage at weird parts of her face, and it's just she's
You
looking
would think
old.
she'd have that dissolved. It's so weird that she hasn't.
I don't think you can at some point when you're overfilling.
I don't know.
Well,
It probably stretched the skin. It probably got the skin stretched, so it's gonna Either way,
And
it'll
scar
look like
tissue probably
saggy.
underneath.
I
I
like
don't
20 years.
know.
I
I think
got living.
scars and wrinkles are a little cute. I'm so glad. I'm always so grateful that my eyes aged appropriately. Like to my age,
Same.
like what I find attractive and the grace I give myself, it's like, oh, okay. This is around that age. I'm so glad I don't compare myself to a 21-year-old or a 20 something at all. It would be wild. But I think that's what they want us to do because they couldn't sell all the medical procedures and all of the big pharma and all of everything else unless we were all wanting to be in our 20s.
And I
Yeah.
think like 40-year-old women are hotter.
Yeah,
Well,
Just
it's
I
saying.
known
just
that the older you get, the sweeter you get, the more ripe and sweeter you get. And it's like known.
Like the
Guys,
what?
blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
you
Yeah.
guys have
Say
like.
wait,
Oh, sorry.
Layla, what?
The more mature a woman gets, the sweeter she tastes.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Says the non-bisexual.
I'm just saying,
I
this
mean,
is what
Lena,
I'm
like,
hearing.
just
I'm
saying.
doing my research and, I'm getting older and from what I experience with myself and how I take care of myself, it it's given that. That's all I'm saying. Like, you could be your own judge for yourself. That's not embarrassing. But I am. I like to know how things are down there, just in case. Right?
Well, I mean, like women when they get out of the shower, if they're a little damp, they're putting on their essential oils or their lotion, and then everything runs like they might go like to yoga or something, and then sweat, and things will run down the like or crack into their belly button of that all their oils and all their smells that they have all day.
Yes. Okay, yes. Yes. And I'm not the only fucking woman who does this. Okay. It's a fucking thing. Absolutely. And I'm not ashamed. All right. Why is that like surprising?
No, I don't think it. I mean, I know I didn't know what I never had heard this as a lure before. Like when Abbie said the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I've heard that phrase. I've never
Hmm.
heard like
I'll post some stuff.
the older the berry, the sweeter the cooch.
Yeah, the more ripe it is, the sweeter it gets. The more mature it is,
Yeah,
the
that makes
sweeter it
sense
gets.
though. Yeah, the more some yeah. That's true. That is
And
true.
juicier. Just
Well,
saying.
well, I don't because they say like ladies will lose that ability the older they get. But sometimes I just wonder if it's hard, like the foreplay. There's no bullshit. So they're not like if it's like, baby, I want to run away with you and get married and da 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 da. Like for a 50-year-old lady, she's like, nah, thanks. Like
Yeah,
her whole,
no.
or whenever.
It's like
Summer where
you're living a reality. That's cool when your hormones are running wild and you don't know how to control them and you don't know how to decipher them. But when you're older, you know what logic is and what your hormones are.
RGZ Riggs, as we like
What
to
is that?
nickname him, he put the older the berry, the deeper the couch.
The
I guess he
older the
meant
berry,
cooch.
the deeper the.
I know, but I just like couch. I guess he meant cooch.
Nothing like a deep couch
Spell check,
for
man.
a nap.
Spell check is the worst.
Oh,
What?
Zephyr's going to be 47 on Tuesday, and we're about to have episode 47 on Friday.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
What was the stupid? Oh, I talked about I was texting with my Maria and I wrote, "Oh my gosh, it was the craziest episode tonight. A girl fell and I put on the show, it changed it to in the shower."
I hate that.
And my Maria wrote me back, "What?"
You fell in the shower?
No, because it said a girl fell in the shower.
What
Like,
are you talking about, Chaney?
yeah, she was
Like,
just
what
like, she just
girl?
wrote me back, what? In all caps with the question mark, exclamation point. I had to
Okay,
reread it.
guys,
She was
listen
like,
to this.
shower. Go
For
on.
you, Layla, sorry, and you moved on, but I was like, take Layla's phrase about the more mature you get, the better you taste, and like write it 10 different ways. So these are all these pickup lines for you. So you have the older the wine, the more exquisite the flavor. But the older the cheese, the bolder the bite.
Gross.
Bro, like I'm about to get
Next.
fucking banned from Chat GPT, right?
If you're
The
a little
longer
fungal.
it's okay. No, this one wasn't funny. Okay. Oh my god, I typed it too much. Okay, the longer the tea brews, the richer the infusion. Like there's so
I
many
like
more.
that.
The more you age the meat, the richer the savor. Like God, it's getting weird. The older the balsamic, the sweeter the drizzle.
Yeah.
Oh.
That sounds like it's totally talking about penis.
I'm telling you, though. I'm telling
But it
you.
just didn't rhyme. I don't. How the fuck make it rhyme? Like I want to yell at him, and I'm gonna be like, I'm not impressed. I'm not rolling off the tongue. Make it more limerick style. And this is why I have no fucking money because I buy fucking prompts to do this fucking shit 14 times. Also, tips like ask a lot of questions in one. I don't just do one thing. Just make it the most compact question where it's like 96 parts, and then you can get all your prompts in free AIs for convenience. But
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. We are gonna do a Wednesday night stream, and it might be a little more on the rails. It's a little prime time. We might have guests that come and teach us something, and it might just be a little part because it's not going to be as long. It'll be under 2 hours, and it'll be a little earlier, maybe like 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. So we're all off air before 10, and so we can still have it in existence. But I do want you guys to look out for that and make sure you are following us. If you do Twitter or anything, follow Secret S of Good G, because we will have the verified account and have rooms and stuff on there for you guys as well. So
okay, hang on. I never saw the comment. Sorry to cut you off, Chaney, and I'm going to teleport.
Cut me
But
off.
Layla said crypto is down, and now the Japanese market is halted. So tomorrow is Black Monday. We're doing that, and I'm gonna go because
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
I know Abbott Hoffman brought up rolling calf, and now I have Magog and Gog and the fucking rolling calf duppy to go and protect myself from. So, do you guys know what a rolling calf is, Chaney?
No.
Do tell.
Like how you guys have Sasquatches and like scary stuff. Like in Jamaica, we have this rolling calf, and it's like a cow that like rolls down the hill and takes out everything in its power, and it has a bell coming down. That was the thing I was the most scared of when I was a child. But
Ball has a bell.
Really?
it's 10-10, and because of the markets, guys,
Ball
and
has a
Mumbai's
bell.
I am
Ball
going to
has
show
a
you
bell.
guys something right now about dead energy cryptocurrency. Let's scroll through the live markets right now.
And
Look
pick
at all
coins,
of
guys.
it.
I'm gonna go do some magic outside.
It's all down.
Live
All
market
day.
for dead.
All
Mumbai.
day.
We have the extra Mumbai half hour. We've been Googled by Googlers.
I ain't even worried about it. I don't even care. It's not going to make or break me anyway. I mean, it'll make me, but it won't break me.
The Google God is Gog. That's what my robot told me, and that they use that to predict future apocalypse.
XRP.
Yeah, Stellar is the new matrix. XR. Yeah, I got you, Layla. I got you from XRP. I will never
Girl.
forget. We got you. A lot.
I got you.
And it's playing with Bitcoin, and that's I got you. I did nothing.
I got you.
Summer, will you, if you were like driving in Jamaica on the Jamaican roads like they are, and then like a bus man cut you off, and you had to get out of the car because you were in an accident and a fender bender, how would you yell at him in Jamaica? What would be the difference of like your dialect, how you're talking right now, and how you would yell at a busman?
Oh yeah, I get really dark and I get very, very scared. Like my boss man, I wish we could post videos. But me,
But
when
just
this
react right now.
yo, I have to get mad. I have to picture the bus in my fucking head. I can't just. All right. Yo,
Now you got
pussy hole. You have to tell them. You call them a pussy hole or chobomba pussy rascal, my youth. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
I'm
yeah, yeah.
have to
in.
yell. You have to be raw, and they don't expect you to talk like that. Not
That
everyone
chief
talks to
shot
me.
known and that
Yo, go
shit.
suck your mother, you
Bah.
dirty batty boy. Yeah, that's how it fucking works.
What do
Your
you
mother.
think? Like, how would a Jamaican talk about the XY boxer that beat the shit out of the lady?
Mm.
Oof. That's a cookie answer.
Yeah,
Okay.
like how would Cookie say it?
Yo, don't bring that the fucking Batman transgender fuckery around me, you know. Blood clot fucking man that, you know. Man a man and gal a gal. Don't it? Like I can't even be
I
heard. Like
love
I'm
it.
getting fucking
That was
worked up.
great. You guys are
Fucking
gonna
love
meet
it.
Cookie soon, and well, we're also on Ladies' Night. Tiffany Baxter joined us. My Maria is gonna come hang out. Niche is gonna come hang out one night. So there are a lot of ladies on the docket, but I do think Jamaican night with you and Cookie, and maybe Binks in the room. That might be.
Oh my god. Can that be the reading rainbow one? Bomba clot butterfly in the sky, but the high grade got me feeling high. Pussy all take a look, me nah read no book. Bad man no love rainbow. And bad man no love rainbow because that's a Batman thing. Like bad man no bid. Like there's a song, bad man no bid. With him baby mother rag. You know, shatter clothes don't wash. With gal underwear. Like men are like that. You cannot use a woman's
That
rag to bathe.
reminds me of Miss Mary
And you're
Mac. Miss Mary Mac, 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 gold dress in black, black,
And guys,
black.
they freed fucking cartel. Like that for Independence Weekend. That's like the biggest news. That's the Gaza. Hashtag Gaza of Jamaica. Vibes Cartel. He was locked away for Lizard, supposedly murdering this guy named Lizard. But he's like our Little Wayne of Jamaica. So he got out, and that's the biggest news. But you guys talk about reverse plastic surgery. He was the bleaching master. You see, he was the one that bleaches his skin and he turned like into a croaking lizard and has like neon glow in the dark tattoos. So when you go into the club and the black light comes on, he glows. And then all the Jamaicans started bleaching their skin. So that's the difference here in a culture like us. It's a classist thing. And it's just the irony of it that white people put on, and he sings about it, whitey a tan till skin bun up. So the white people are oiling themselves to get darker, and then the black people were bleaching themselves. But the after effect of this bleaching cream, and my baby father used to sell it, and I have one up here, ideal. I'm going to take a picture, Chaney, and show you it. Like now, it's stretched out people's skin because your skin is the biggest organ. So like these people, like they bleach their skin and wrap themselves in saran wrap and burn it, you know, and it can't go out in the sunlight or anything like that. But what's happening, all their skin is sagging. So now the biggest thing that's being had to sold back here is a product, a vaginal tightening fucking liquid. And that's what people are buying to tighten back up their fucking
Well, supposedly, like Regis used to use like hemorrhoid cream on his face.
I really believe
wrinkles.
on the islands, though, in general, they do it to all of us, but we're
Preparation
all like,
H.
when you're running, see, hemorrhoid cream, she said preparation H.
Yeah, that's a thing.
When you're
Makeup
running
thing.
any kind of study, especially medical studies and whatever else they have going on that they're up to with all the things we can't talk about on the show, the islands are such a good group to be able to do it on because the people don't get off. It's like such a good
Control group.
Yeah, it's a good control group. Thank you, Abbie. I knew I was looking for a word that I would
Might
have
not be the
never
control
found.
group, but I mean, still, it's it is controlled, isolated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's
us
just
too. You don't leave, and then it's the waters that they can come in, and then it's the color and the melanated skin because when Zika and chikungunya and dengue fever, like right before all of
I
that,
was
there's
thinking that.
yeah, I know you were thinking that, Chaney. That's why I said it. So you can fucking feel it, bro. Now the fucking mosquito truck is going to come. I mean,
What's
we've been
that
on the
disease that's going around right now with all the meat and stuff? Lemeria? What is it
Hi,
called?
gal.
Huh?
Lumeria.
No, not Lemeria.
Lumeria.
Oh,
Fucking
starts with,
L- It,
it's
it starts with an L, I think.
listeria. Listeria.
Listeria. There you go. There's some shit with all this food meat, some vegetables, all recalls with all kinds of different foods. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing, bro?
Recalling the
Like,
food so that they can make it
yeah.
more expensive. It's the same
Yeah.
as it's like
Or if
I don't
printing
even
more
believe
money.
listeria exists because that started like I don't know, maybe my second or third. I want to say my third pregnancy. Like you could eat like lunch meats and stuff, and then all of a sudden they're like, pregnant women can't eat lunch meats and hot dogs because listeria, and it's like, the fuck, like it's
Interesting.
fake.
Or it
Yeah,
means when anytime they say pregnant ladies shouldn't do it, it always makes me wonder, no one should do it.
yeah,
Like
do
exactly.
not
none of us
when
should be
you're
eating lunch
pregnant.
meat.
The things you read online, bro. If your baby fucking, you don't feel a kick for this, you think it's gonna die. Like that psyop that they put you under. But suppose this is
Yeah.
the greatest of all timelines. Like we have to be out with the bad, in with the good. So I'm going to on this timeline why Acts in fucking control because I picked two sides and Bob Marley Emancipation and Three Little Birds is like Reach the Billionaire Club. So on this timeline, if I'm putting them in control, the cloven hoof animals that you're not supposed to eat, that they were banning and burning down and making us not buy these things back then to prevent us. All of these things have to burn down now, and they have to pull these meats off to get the good ones back in.
Well, do you guys believe the fish and mercury psyop? Do you believe that eating a lot of fish can give you like toxic mercury? I feel like that's a psyop. I
Well,
feel like they don't want us to like fish for food and
or look
survive
at
off
your
of
fucking
fish.
fillings because
Mm-hmm.
fillings are probably giving everybody the mercury poisoning, not even the fucking fish.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but we were on a timeline before though, Layla. I remember in Telegram and screenshot by tomorrow's Delta will pop up because we talked on, and I go through my Google search and I never empty it because I know if it pops up automatically, I've already been there. But we've been on timelines where the mercury fillings weren't poisonous, and then back on the timelines where they were. But I got iodine poisoning from eating too much shrimp for real. But maybe it's their poisoning. So you have to be careful with the sedimentary and these pond stuff. And
Yeah, for sure. My throat swells when I eat shellfish, but I still do it sometimes. But it's like moderation.
but I'm not allergic to shrimp now. But after having kids, I can't peel it. So I can't peel it, but I can eat it.
I
Where
just will never, ever, ever touch shrimp with a poop vein. If
Period.
I have the right chef or the right cook or somebody do all the things, that's the only way I eat shrimp these days. It
Yeah.
grosses me the out.
Yeah, it's disgusting. They're like, oh, you're not from the South if you don't eat the poop vein with your what's it
no,
called?
that's crawfish. No, I
Yeah,
don't eat
ew.
no freshwater creatures like catfish. Me not eat nothing out in the river. Like mine have a living of the salt because I believe salt cures shit. Like the way like a catfish and pond fish and like a bass. I don't know if you eat bass trout and those things. No, so those taste like muck to me. I've never eaten tuna in a can. Like I'll eat, and that's the blessing of like the islands and stuff where there's nothing you can beat when, and it's a spell. It's like divine when you catch a fish and then you prepare it right on the boat. I feel like that's the perfect cycle of
Look at
life.
y'all. This is my TikTok algorithm right now for real. And I'm like, what? But then I'm oddly like, oh, they have me because I'll be like, just watching this. I just have to show you. I'm confessing to you guys right now.
What? So you
Okay.
new
A seafood boil from Sheen. I got
Wait,
overnight
what
shipping and
just
it's
fucking
still warm.
happened?
Let's try a crawfish. I can't believe Sheen has
No,
seafood
I don't
boil.
want this. Go back. Oh, do I
That's
have to
fucking weird
sign in?
anyway. Sheen is selling fucking.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
just freaks me out.
Oh man, that's annoying.
But hold on. Let me see if I can go
Eating a
back.
seafood
This one. This is like the exact one that was on my feed that I was like mesmerized by. But I don't, I'm like, I want that. But then I was looking, this has 30 million views.
See, I don't know
I
if
low
that
key want to make mukbang videos because I think I'd be good at it low key.
you would, or do the one with the geoduck. You know the geoduck that
Oh,
wears
those
like
are creepy looking.
Is this,
Yeah.
what is this video? Like, I know so many people are eating. There's this one lady that she eats in her car and she just goes, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And a lot of them they do this thing where they let the food like drip out of
Drip
their
all
mouth,
over them.
and it's just like right there and on their
Sexual.
hands, and they're just like all. And I'm just like, I get it. I fucking get it
I
sometimes,
do
but
too.
it makes me
trying-
want to do it because I think I'd be good at it, Loki.
Y'all don't want to watch me eat in my car. I do it all the time, but
So do I.
shovel.
I love
I
it.
shovel.
There's this Asian girl that goes around Asia, wherever she's from. I don't want to say the wrong country. And she orders like 10 portions of noodles and like 10 portions of whatever. And she's like chowing down and she fucking finishes everything. And everyone around her is like, how the fuck is she eating all of this? And she eats it. She's just chowing it all down, swallowing it down. Wow. Maybe she throws it up after like every take, every pause. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that has to be some weird
Because that's
black
impossible
market
for that
weird
little
fucking
tiny girl
type of
to
setup.
fucking. Yeah. One girl got caught because she was just taking bites and snipping it and then spitting out her food and like taking another bite and making it seem like she's eating her food, but she's really not. She's just like throwing all that food out. And like people started shaming her and saying like there's people out there like who are actually starving and they're like, you're making money off of this and you're not actually eating all that food and you're making it seem like you are. I'm like, y'all are just weird in that sense.
But these boils look so good.
They do.
One of the things that I don't understand is like some of them should put on there like this boils from not what place did it advertise? Did it tell
Sheen.
us?
The first one was Sheen.
Can you imagine ordering a boil from Sheen?
No, that's fucking weird. I could see like Hello Fresh or something like that, but
I won't eat
Uh-oh.
pork though. I can't have pork in mine.
Pork and beans. All right, you guys. We will be around Friday. It's going to be a crazy week. I do think all the stock market and Bitcoin and everything like that, because if one guy that started the crypto is going down because of pedophilia shit, that means a lot of guys are going to be going down for the same thing. Like, wait, I only got crypto because I thought no one would be able to track it.
Think again.
Yeah, so I do think it could be an interesting week and stories and everything else. And I
Look
think
out for the number
also
47.
I could be wrong, but I feel like Donald Trump saying that he will meet Kamala on the 5th or something, and if she's not
No,
there, he's doing the
September 4th.
oh,
They're
it's
having a
September
date.
4th.
They're having
And
a oh,
then
maybe we sped it up. Okay.
no, I thought it was August, but you're right, September, and then Trump's like, "Oh, we'll do it on the 5th," and Kamala's like the 12th, and they're like debating now on what
That
date.
seems
the
like
debate.
life years away. We're gonna
Jimmy
save
Carter
that
has
one.
to die so that way they don't have, like the debate gets
We need a state
done as a
funeral.
funeral. Yeah.
We need a state funeral. It's been a while since we've had a state funeral. I always think the craziest ritual that I can't believe it's not like bigger things people talk about is that Colin Powell, first name Colin Powell, and that they played Dancing Queen at his funeral. What? Like
Insane.
that was like, oh, because we're all like, oh, Dave Chappelle talks about the ritual of putting the black guy in the dress. And then they play Dancing Queen at his funeral.
Did you see
Okay,
that
hang
post
on,
I
hang on.
posted of Jim Carrey today?
Yeah.
What did it say? I'm
No one
not.
knows me.
Yeah, no one
Yeah.
knows me. And I'm just like, who is this for? For why? Like, this has to be, I don't know. And it's
Oh my god.
circled. His nose is like circled. But it's like, pay attention to the nose. Is that what he's trying to say? Like he points it, it's circled, and I'm like, is he trying to tell us something with the nose? That's the only thing I could think of, really. And because the theory of him playing the character of Joe Biden
I'll
sometimes,
just pull up
Weapon
your.
of it all, or like the
yeah,
clown nose.
Guys,
I don't know.
did you know about Jimmy Carter? I'm just gonna list maybe 4 of the most random. He got attacked in 1979. He was attacked by a swimming killer rabbit. Did anyone fucking know that? That's a rabbit hole I'm going down tonight.
Tell us what else.
Also, we're talking about people 1, 2, 3, 4. He's a speed reader, and he claims could read 2,000 words per minute. Oh my god, this is gonna get fucking weird. Oh my god. And he's a skydiving octogenarian. So he skydived on his 75th, 80th, and 90th birthday. He's totally gonna die. Oh.
And the other thing I always bring up about the Carters is she has the picture with John Wayne Gacy, and we were talking about clowns earlier tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we talked about John Wayne Gacy, too.
It's just weird. This is so bizarre. Like, why would you post that? That is so fucking coded for who
with the
I don't.
tears though. If he
That's what reminds me
posted,
of a clown.
if
with
he
the nose and the
posted this
tears.
IRL,
Or
like, and he's
that's
being like emo guy, yeah. Is it Suicide Weekend?
like tears also represent how many people you've killed.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So it could mean this is how many people I sacrificed.
Wasn't Jim Carrey involved somewhere in a weird murder? Didn't somebody really strange die around him, like his girlfriend?
Yeah,
After
something
Jimmy
like
McCarthy?
that. Yeah. I just don't remember who or what the story was really.
Summer,
We recently
what does
talked about
ChatGPT
it.
say about the murder around Jim Carrey? Or Ted or
Can't
whatever
even
you said.
get just fucking.
Don't even worry about
Wasn't
it.
it Richard Simmons who died and went to become the shooter? I'm mixing all of them up together. But guys, Jimmy Carter discovered gamma rays and in 2011 declassified a paper called The Determination of Reactor Transient Behavior from Flux Time Measurements. Bro. And submarines.
Hold on. When was The Incredible Hulk written?
Oh my god. Newport. Jimmy Carter.
So was it always gamma radiation, like in the original comic books that created the Hulk?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was it?
So was it pre-1975 or post-1975? That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, well, he
Like
declared
dinosaurs
in
or the Titanic.
1952, he was a naval way back then, but they never declassified the document until 2011.
Okay.
So they exit his name attached to it.
Stanley.
The town he's in too, they have a huge peanut that they paint every year. Like they make it all fresh. I always felt Mr. Peanut a creepy little agregore.
Mr. Peanut?
Yeah, I always felt Mr. Peanut weird and some reason because they always link him to peanut, like he was a peanut farmer or something.
Do people, I wonder, sometimes confuse the peanut guy with his one eye thing? Yeah. With the Monopoly guy.
The interesting thing about the Monopoly guy and that he never had a monocle on my timeline is because in all my research for at least a few decades, it was that he was JP Morgan and was meant to represent JP Morgan. And so I didn't ever think he had a monocle. But I know a lot of people do. I just think the timelines are screwy because I'm from the timeline where the Mississippi flows backwards. So I don't debate about people's Berenstain or Stain because I'm like, what way did your Mississippi flow? Anyway, so we're going to be coming on Wednesday, and maybe we're going to be having guests on Wednesday that are there. They're going to teach us a little something, teach you guys a little something, and it'll be something we can, go deeper into on Fridays and philosophize and whatever. But hopefully we'll meet new friends, have a lot of old friends, and I think Wednesdays will be a fun hangout. Prime time with the Ssgg, with the Secret Society of Good Guys, because
good gals tonight.
Good gals on Sunday night. Secret Society of Good Gals. Always Secret Society of Good Goys.
The goy.
Good goys. Okay, you guys, Jimmy Carter was the peanut guy. He was a peanut farmer before the president, allegedly.
Interesting.
And they have peanut statues in his honor with famous fucking style. So we're going to fucking put his dead spirit inside the peanut fucking statue and incorporate his guys. Sorry, guys, I have to say it out loud to seal this in. And we need to look into this 3-letter agency that I've never heard of. Then, because Carter was he founded the team of the Naval Reactors Branch of the Atomic Energy Commission, AEC. Fuck. Which coin?
Yeah.
XRP up. What else, guys? Does anyone have any magical cryptocurrency wishes?
Yeah, what else are we gonna throw in?
And I
Anything
think
else
copper.
weird?
But Dodge the dog died. I mean, that whole fucking the mean dog died.
Yeah, but it could be another dog.
Anything on Stellar. Stellar is the quantum.
I like your
That's
silver. Let's get off of
Yeah.
any stupid
I was gonna
cryptocurrency.
say we just do silver taking over gold.
I know, but is it if you buy it online, or do I need to go and get a satchel of silver? Because I can't picture us running around with our fucking capes and like little bags of coins, like trading it.
But well, we'd have to leave our houses to do that. But
Let's make
what
something
else?
unvaluable valuable. Rice.
I don't want that to go up. I eat the shit out of rice.
And there, Layla's in a hurricane almost, right? Like just chilling, keeping power the whole time.
I'm just chilling. It's gonna get worse overnight, but it's not gonna be that bad. I hope
It'll be
I'm
fine
just-
for where Layla lives at the coast, but
No,
the
but it
deeper it
wasn't. I
goes
looked
inland,
it up. It wasn't
flood.
even called a hurricane. It was like a cyclone. It had a
tropical
weird
storm.
No, not on my timeline. I took a screenshot. I'll have to get it for you. I'm like, what? This is so magic. You witches, what are you up to? This totally has your name written on it, Layla. But it's a divine. Come here, watch the water.
All
Thank
right.
you guys for having me.
I love you. Thank you for coming to hang out as always. And you're always welcome to come hang out on Sundays. And any crazy facts that you ever have, you're welcome to bring them to
DM.
Ssgg. So you guys make sure you do find Summer on X. She is always in interesting rooms or running interesting rooms. And what's your handle on X that they can find you at?
Jamaica Witch.
There you go. So it's purple.
Right.
There's a lot of imitators and duplicators, but only one originator, and that's Summertime.
I love it.
All right, you
refuse
guys.
to get verified. No blue check, but it is me. Bye,
Well,
guys.
Ssgg is verified.
Yeah, it has to get verified for Ssgg. Good guys, good reason, purpose.
Yes, because we want to talk
So we
about
can
things
have
we're not allowed to talk about here.
free speech. So we could have paid for free speech.
Paid
We have to
for
pay for
your,
it.
we want freer speech.
love
We
it.
want elite free speech so we can talk about injectables. Or you can follow us on Rumble, and whatever happens first, we'll just be there. So anyways, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I'm gonna
You guys are
invest
the
in the
bomb.com.
SSGG token. Do you have a way we could invest? Are you money? Do
Not
you have
yet.
anything? No, on YouTube
I
or
don't
anything?
know. I don't know. There might be one on, I don't know. On
Patreon?
YouTube there is. There is on
Okay.
YouTube, there's like super chats, and there is a little group on there that I would like to move everything over from Patreon eventually, because it'd be so much easier to be able to do that kind of thing right from one platform. But you know what else? Fuck YouTube. So anyways, let's go somewhere else. Let's all go somewhere else and hang out. But it is nice if this streams to your TV and you guys are all here. So anyways, I love you guys. You're the bomb. And we will see you after Black Monday. And that's not a racist statement. Okay. Bye-bye.
Save us, Britney Spears! Can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
to the good guys. Good guys, good guys. Good guys, witches, widows, bigger mistakes, entertaining, calling linguists.
Bunnies. Hello, beautiful bunnies. Hi. Okay, of course she's starving for the most attention because she's the youngest. Give me attention, please. Now, Sarah, you're very stuck up. And you're too cool for school, I get it. Jesus Christ, be nice. Girls, be nice. No fighting. Be nice.